Yeah. Fight World, what up? Hold on 1 second, yo. Yo, it's about to go down. Get ready for this. Oh yeah, y'all about to feel this one. We just getting set up. Thank you guys for your patience. We working. One second. Oh shit, hold on. I'm just closing shit. Oh, I can't wait for this. I wait my whole lifetime for moments like these. Where it's time for you to put up or shut up. And we gonna see what it's gonna be. Egoveli the Dawn. Death Row East, believe in that. I'm not playing no games tonight. No games will be played today. Hold on. Trying to get finished set up. They go get this work. Okay. TB Ego back in this. I promise you I'm not playing no games. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty. It's gonna be them or me. Man fans, we're gonna have a Royal Rumble at this bitch. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We'll see whose points hold up. We'll see whose logic holds up. All that good stuff on this episode. Please believe that. Smash the like button as you guys come in. Give me a few more minutes and then we'll get started. Well, it's not even minutes. I don't even need minutes. I just need y'all to hit that like button. I don't even need minutes. Okay. Somebody put me on a timer. We'll go. I'm like E40. I'm from the Bay. Tell me when to go. Count down to 30. I bet you I'll be ready. I promise you I'll be ready. I'm in the middle of doing something, but count down from 30. I guarantee I'll be ready by the end. By the time you reach that number. I'm quick with it. Quick draw McGraw went to art school. Okay. Boom, I'm ready. All right. Let's get it. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. This what y'all want? Okay, y'all want Egoveli. We gonna talk about it. Let's do a real quick roll call. Let some people come back in here. City, state, zip, rep where you from. This episode, we gonna have fun because you know I like to entertain, but we're not really playing games. We're not here for the dumb shit. Like if you don't have no valid talking points, no factual talking points, you getting X'd out. You know what I'm saying? You're getting X'd out, period. Shout out to Morocco, Amsterdam, Orlando, Florida, Austin, 513, East St. Louis, Illinois. Shout out to you. Ohio, 757, Louisville, Kentucky, Miami, Florida, gang, applying pressure, Charlotte, North Carolina, Texas, Dallas, Texas in the building, Bronx, rest in peace to Junior. Definitely rest in peace to that young man. H-Town, Inglewood, Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to Sweden. I see you. Frankfurt, Germany, 069, Petersburg, Virginia, Richmond, California, 828, 718, Brooklyn, Bmore, 410. Y'all slow today. Y'all slow. I got this. Fort Murderworth, Texas, Noya, 70062, Santa Maria, Chicago, Garfield Park, Boxing, 312, West Side. Shout out to Chi-Town, Lincoln, Alabama, Fort Worth. Y'all slow. Y'all slow today. I told you I could keep up. Hartford, Connecticut, 860. Let's keep it going, people. We got to get that energy up. Y'all want that real shit? I come to deliver. City, state, zip. That's it. Where else y'all from? Y'all better be proud where you from. World Breaker, Texas, 816 BK. Stand up. Come on, man. Y'all slow. Valley Stream, New York. Echo Heights, Texas. What up? What's happening, Ego? H-Town in this bitch. Shout out to the Trill motherfuckers. We chopped and screwed. Shout out to Detroit, 313 Cali Projects. Mount Vernon, New York. Sinaloa, Culiacan. Shout out to Mexico. All right, man. Let's get it. 817 Aerospence, Texas. Yay, area. Listen. We know what happened. We know who Joshua's fighting. We know the Wilder fight fell apart. We know why it fell apart. Let's just get to the nitty gritty. And I'm here to talk about it. Shout out to my dude, Hearn, shooter extraordinaire. He said, what up, King? Shout out to Fairfield, Ohio. Shout out to the O, man. We know the deal. I mean, listen, Eddie Hearn or whoever, the fans, they could try to bamboozle the public, but we not buying it. We the army, people. We built something that we can stand by, that we could be proud. Shout out to Deep East Oakland 510. I see you. My backyard. I love y'all. Yeah, area. But yeah, we're not falling for it. We know, like, you know, we like even like I'll say this: Mayweather, Pacquiao, Joshua Wilder. It could be argued that certain infractions have been done from both sides, but we know the culprit. We know the major reason why certain fights didn't happen. Mayweather, Pacquiao, contrary to popular belief, it was Pacquiao's side. They are the root cause. Yeah, sure, there's things that Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean, saying, make my sushi Pacquiao or some bullshit, and them going to court and slander lawsuits and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure that stuff didn't help the fight be made. But the root cause, the bulk cause for Mayweather Pacquiao was Pacquiao and his side. They chose to not do a drug test for what was then the most lucrative fight, which still, when they actually did fight, was still the most lucrative fight. And they didn't want to do a drug test, which is looking shaky, baby. Who wouldn't want a career high payday, a chance at supremacy, beating a guy like Floyd Mayweather, all that just to not take a drug test? You know, don't you have to give blood with the regular commission? You know what I'm saying? But you afraid of needles. Like, come on, man. Now, yeah, that's scared of needles, but you got tattoos. Get this shit the fuck up out of here. Get this stuff out of the sport. You afraid of needles, but how you knock motherfuckers out for a living, but you gonna be a big baby when it comes to needles. But when you fought Morales, you had blood trickling in your eye and cuts and got knocked the fuck out by Juan Manuel Marquez. You're not afraid of a vicious right hand punch and uppercuts, but you afraid of needles. Get this shit all the way fuck up out of here. This stuff doesn't even sound right. Oh, I don't like needles, but you like getting punched in the face. You're risking your life each and every time that you step foot in that ring. Like, come on, man. Nobody believes this dumb shit. So we know in that situation, the root cause was Pacquiao, his side. Fuck what you think. And even if you think different, oh well, they fought and Pacquiao lost, so you got to deal with that. But same thing with this Joshua Wilder stuff. We know who's really pushing this fight, people. And I told you, Eddie Hearn. Listen, hold on. I gotta take my vitamins and allergy pills. Hold on. You know, we got to still stay pretty healthy, even though we killing with this new media shit. So, just give me 1 second. Smash the like button while we waiting. Ego Army, the realest out. Y'all know what it is. All right. Y'all know what it is, man. Ego taking beard growth. My beard always like this. No comment. I ain't on no Buterol. But same thing with the Joshua Wilder side. Yeah, you guys, people can pick side. But listen, I told you, the thing with Eddie Hearn, I don't dislike him as a human, or, you know what I'm saying, want something bad to happen to him. Or and the same thing with Joshua. It's not about hating or just like, some of you guys make it personal by calling these dudes all types of names and, like, you know what I mean, like threatening them and all. I'm not doing all that. I'm just talking about what's pertaining and pertinent to boxing. D Bevel the champ, $5 super chat. Another L for the unified vacant belt champion. Oh wow, y'all calling him a champion? That's crazy. But listen, I told you how Eddie Hearn, he just did an IFL interview. Shout out to them for conducting it. It's an hour long. It's an hour long of damage control. I haven't even watched all of it. There's a specific reason. Not that I'm too lazy to watch the whole interview, but I have thresholds. And when I start hearing probably more than two or three lies in a short period of time, then I got to turn it off because I got shit to do. I'm a businessman, you know, because you find me in my places of business. I got stuff to do. And if in 8 minutes or less of listening, I've already detected inconsistencies, loopholes, lies, deceit, then I'm not going to keep listening. Why am I going to listen to an hour? If you did that many falsehoods in less than 8 minutes, see, I'm on some grandmaster shit. I can kill you in less than 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've already detected, and we're gonna go over that. And I want there to be resistance. I want the AJ protectors in this stream. I want people to challenge the points that I make. That's why I came up with the hot seat. Best thing since YouTube came out with live stream, the hot seat. And I want people to try to intelligently, keyword intelligently, rebuttal some of the points that I made just from what I barely even watched the interview. So I know I'm gonna smoke them out, you know, like a pack of Newports. I don't even smoke cigarettes, but some of y'all getting smoked. Y'all man fans getting smoked. Pause. But yeah, that's how it is. If I watched the interview less than 10 minutes, I already found inconsistency. I can't watch an hour of it because I got stuff to do. You know what I mean? Now, if someone tells me, hey, go fast forward to the 42-minute mark and watch it, then I'll do that for the fans. But I've already heard enough. So what the fuck I look like? You know, there'd be good movies that are a little bit, you know what I mean, just an hour longer than that. Well, I would rather watch a good, if I'm gonna just relax and watch something, I'd rather watch a documentary, learn something. But you can't learn much from deceit. You know what I mean? Smash the like button. We working. All right. And like I said, I want there to be resistance. So you see how I do them. You see how greasy I do them in this hot seat when I bring up these points. Don't set it. Listen, if I get bodied in the hot seat, fine. Just be like, oh, he fucked you up, ego. His points were a lot more factual and logical than you. Cool. I'll own that. I want enough of these. You know what I mean? But be real. If they didn't body me and they get slaughtered with the logic that I bring to you, that I present, then y'all got to be real. That's all I ask. You as a fan interpret it based on what's real. We got to stop with this pride shit and, oh, I'm from the USA, I'm from the UK. It don't matter. If I'm from the USA, Donald Trump's from the USA. And I don't agree with a lot of the bullshit, 99, 1,000% of what he's talking about. So it's not just about regional pride and stuff. I don't give a fuck what Donald Trump talked about. I don't agree with it. You know what I mean? More often than not, I don't agree with it. Only thing I can even think of that he did was the Jack Johnson pardon or some shit like that. But we about to get this work, people. I promise you that. So all I ask for you guys to be real, interpret what's being said by me and them, because that's what it's going to be. Ray Lewis says Anthony Joshua didn't want 50 million because Wilder probably took out loan to get it. But jokes, I didn't see nobody else laughing at your shit. You know what I'm saying? You laughing at your own shit and it's not funny. Nobody else is like really tickled by it. Anyway, Eddie Hearn, he did an IFL interview and he's speaking his standpoint on why what I told you would happen. And see, that in itself is vindication, because how is it that I'm able to predict this stuff before it happens? I didn't wait till a week ago and start. I've been telling you guys this stuff. I've been telling you that he was gonna fight Povetkin for like literally for probably months, because I told you I don't see the Wilder Joshua fight. I hope I'm wrong. I don't see it. I don't see how. I think he's gonna pursue Gerald Miller or Povetkin. So how is it that I'm able to come up? So listen to your favorite channel that's saying the opposite. And why were they dead wrong? Some of them were holding out hope. Oh, Joshua really wants to fight Wilder, and he wants it next, and he'll stop at nothing. And then the fight don't happen. So you guys study why I be mad. You see who's being truthful and what they say, what comes true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, block Ray Lewis. He's not talking about nothing. Do I have any shooters in the building? Shooters, show yourself. If we have any shooters in the building, I need to know. I need to know who's with me and who's in the building. Ego, I've been covering boxing for years. You're a puppy to me. Still in the box on the mama's dog titties. Bro, but you're horrible at trolling. You've been covering boxing for years, but nobody fucking knows you. Ask about me. See I never see nobody taking pictures with you at the fights. You know what I'm saying? So what is it? See, this is that kind of Eddie Hearn mentality I'm talking about. That pompous attitude. Some people be like, oh, you don't know shit. You're not real media. Well, guess what? I'm at the same fights you at. I make more money in this game than you do. I'm more known than you are. So don't tell me, like, I don't care if somebody been covering Felix Tito Trinidad's first fight. I wasn't. That wasn't my era. Like, I wasn't around then. But guess what? I'm around now. You know what I'm saying? So I hate when people try to pull that. Oh, you're a puppy to me. I've been covering you actually, that makes you look worse, because I bet you let the young boy come in and in less time than you, younger than you, come in and take over this game. I told you we didn't come to take part, we came to take over. So that makes it worse for you if you covered fucking Diego Corrales's pro debut and you were there for Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward, and then you let me surpass you. That just makes you look bad. Period. Anyway, Eddie Hearn interview. It was really just like an hour of damage control. I had to stop watching it. I told you. I can't keep watching something when I've already found inconsistencies within the first 8 minutes of it. Several. Smash the like button. We're going to get into those inconsistencies. Who wins, Povetkin or AJ? Who cares? May the best man win. I don't really care. And I'm not ordering Dazn. Period. Listen, we as Americans, or we as boxing fans, I can speak even though I lived in England, I can speak on behalf of America, because that's where I was raised, you know what I mean, spent most of my life in America. But I love UK, I have much respect for the UK. But as an American, you are not gonna not give me as a consumer what I want, what I was hoping for, which is doable. And then on top of not giving me that, take away something I already have, like Showtime, HBO, and then not give me what I want as a consumer, and then try to get me to pay for that thing that I don't want as much as I want this. Like Showtime, HBO, I already got that. ESPN, I already got that. You trying to introduce some DAZN stuff that I don't have, that I don't know anything about, that I don't have a schedule for. Like, instead of talking about, okay, we get it, Joshua's fighting Povetkin next. So what about, let's talk about DAZN. Who signed there? You have 16 dates in the US, 16 in the UK. Who are on those fights? Name 6 of them, 8 of them. You know what I mean? But Povetkin Joshua is not going to be, because that's not even the fight that I wanted to see. See, that's how that works. Like, if I go into a restaurant, I don't eat at Applebee's, but just because everyone knows it. Let's say I went to Applebee's and I ordered a particular drink. I said, oh, can I get a pomegranate martini? And then they came back and it was Jameson and Coke. Then I'd be like, hey, I ordered a pomegranate martini. That's what I ordered. So could you go back to the bar and like switch it out? I'm not going to just drink the Jameson and Coke when I ordered a pomegranate martini. You know what I'm saying? When I wanted a pomegranate martini and then you came out with whatever you wanted to, and you expect me to pay for the the drink that I didn't order, that I didn't want, no. Especially when this fight was doable. It'd be one thing if it was like, even like Crawford versus Errol Spence. Not to make excuses, but they're on different opposing networks and Cold War. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit more detail. So I can understand that might have to be built up or whatever. But as far as we knew, Joshua's last, since he became a champion till his last title defense with Parker, was on Showtime. Wilder, been on Showtime. Works with Steven Espinoza, Al Heyman. Eddie Hearn has worked with Al Heyman, works with Al Heyman, a fighter or two, like, excuse me, Daniel Jacobs. So, you know, I can't. If he comes out with some other fights that I'm interested in, then I might support Dazn. I gotta see. Smash the like button. I gotta see. I just gotta see what is on the platform. But if your first fight is Joshua versus Povetkin, that's not gonna be one of the ones. You know what I mean? It's not it. It doesn't do enough for me. You know what I mean? Especially if the price point is anywhere near what Dazn was in Canada, $20 a month. That's pretty expensive because I only pay $100. I pay $99, under $100 technically. You know, under $100 for Amazon Prime, and I use that shit. I got a package today. You know what I'm saying? I actually took the box out to because they pick up the trash tomorrow, but I already took the box out. Anyway, J-Dog is a fool. See, fuck with the real. See, this is what I'm talking about. J-Dog, we've had, because my shooter J-Dog, we've had conversations and we talk about boxing. Look at the consistency within Ego's army. It's not that we all agree on the same things, but what we say, we stand by. We're not flip-flopping and bouncing around, right? J-Dog, when it comes to certain issues, I hear him frequently talk about the same issues, like whether we're on like Facebook, Twitter, or we're here on the Instagram. His mindset is always consistent and congruent. That's what I try to give you guys on my channel. Yeah, Amazon's $99 for a year. Pff, forget about it. I use Amazon literally all the time. Ego is TBE. I'm TB Ego. Okay. Shout out to Efren. I appreciate you. I'm just gonna keep working hard for you guys. But let's talk about why you guys clicked on the video. Smash the like button, people, because we always have to outshine the haters. I know there's haters. I know. See, this is what I've noticed in boxing, covering it for years and whatnot. Some people, it's not like they're disputing if you're right. They might pretend like they don't think you're right in public, but they know in their heart of all hearts, they know that what they're saying is not true. They know what happened in the situation, despite what they said. So we just got to keep it a buck, man. Damn, I'm late. Sorry, Ego. Actually, we just been talking, so I'm about to get into it right now and say my piece. So you actually didn't miss anything. I came at the perfect time. All right, check it. Let me turn the music down. I'm in my zone. Eddie Hearn. First of all, Eddie Hearn did this hour-long damage control because I'm sure if one's inclined enough to go to social media, you'll see what people are saying about Joshua versus Povetkin. And I'm telling you, I don't know if people like didn't anticipate the power of the internet and social media, but at the end of the day, it's getting bigger and bigger. It's a conglomerate. It's like a snowball effect. You can't stop this. Ego's army, you can't stop this. You can't stop what's already like in motion, or it would be very hard to stop. Like, put it this way. Let's say you're in the Aspen and there's a huge snowball and it's gaining traction and it's getting bigger, picking up sticks and more snow, and it's just developing and it's rolling down a steep like hill. Stand in front of that snowball and see what happens to you. That will be the end of you. That snowball's not gonna stop for you. And that's how it is like with this internet. We the gang, like it's getting too big. The internet boxing, talking about it. Like some of these people, that old media, they getting phased out. Nobody cares what you doing. Like they be coming in with like trying to be like announcer. You like, motherfucker, you ain't Michael Buffer. You know what I mean? Coming with these radio voices and shit. And Anthony Joshua versus Deontay. Whoa. Like nobody, we off that. People will prefer some entertainment, relatability, You know what I'm saying? It's a different breed. It's a different era. It's not like Deontay Wilder, who should win. You know what I mean? They want people. They want people they can feel. They want people they can feel. Hey, get Ray Lewis the fuck out of here. Shooter, get him out of here. Why does he keep coming back? If I'm horrible, why you keep coming back? Get him out of here. Shooters, please handle that. Because I don't got time for these dudes right now. Unless we're going to do a hot seat. And I'm not giving him a hot seat because he's desperate. I don't deal with desperate dudes. Motherfucker said, let's battle. Go battle yourself in the corner. You on timeout. Bow, got you, J-Dog. Bow. Oh my gosh. Man fan. But see, this is how you know what it is. Oh, Ego's full of shit. His channel. But why you keep coming back? I'm sure there's other channels that have content that they released today. Why you coming to my shit? Shout out to Business Brains, $5 super chat. They can't stop this. We the snowball effect. We the army. Business Brains, $5 super chat. I really appreciate you. AJ fans are not only fans of the DuckTales reality series, but they are all cast members. Congratulations. See, the army's just clowning right now because they know who won. They know who won this round. They know who won. All right, IFL TV. Let me turn this down. I feel like the music keep getting louder. All right. IFL interview. It was really just an hour of damage control. I couldn't watch all of it because I'd rather get on my own thing, my own platform. Now, here's another problem with it. Eddie Hearn, he keeps going back to the comfort zone. IFL TV, they have whatever relationship they have, and it's nice and quaint. See, the difference is, yeah, you could do an hour-long interview with them because you're cool with them. Because even before the interview started, he's sipping tea and crumpets or whatever the fuck he's drinking, and he's like, oh yeah, this is gonna make your views skyrocket, and this is gonna be great for your channel and boost it up, and you're getting to interview me. You know, Eddie Hearn, I think he likes this. He likes the fame. He likes the, you know what I mean, all in the video. He's like the P. Diddy. He's more P. Diddy than he is Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? So he's drinking his tea and crumpets, and he's like, oh, this is gonna do wonders for your channel and viewership and stuff like that. See, he's not gonna, he knows there's not gonna be much resistance. Like, nobody's going to really do investigative like counters and stuff like that. So yeah, he's comfortable. Oh yeah, I'll do an interview an hour, but get okay. It's just like boxing. You know how boxing? Okay, if a fighter's from the UK, how about we don't have all UK judges? How about you mix it up? If it's a UK fighter versus an American fighter, maybe have one American, 2 UK judges, not 3 UK judges. You know what I'm saying? Do that hour-long interview the day after with a boxing media roundtable. You know what I'm saying? Do that, because then now you're gonna have opinions that might vary from your own, and then we could get to the bottom of this. Somebody might present a certain question that you didn't anticipate having to answer, like I'm gonna do today. And if people disagree, then we'll do the hot seat. But it's different. It's a different feel. Like, I've even watched I watch Dateline sometimes. Dateline, they do some investigative work. They don't just let the person just sit up there and say whatever. You know, it's because they don't have no affiliation with that person. They're talking about, did you kill your wife? That's what the fans want to know. Did you kill? And they'd be like, no. They'd be like, why did you tell us 3 different stories? We seen the police tape and the stories were incorrect. They're going to just try to get to the bottom because they don't have any type of allegiance, or they don't have to come back to that person and like rely on them for anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think these interviews would be different if it's not in a comfortable, quaint setting. Like, oh, this is going to be great for your viewership, and you're going to get a lot of monetization ads and stuff like that. You wouldn't be saying that if you come to America the day after when this stuff is fresh, and then there's some UK presence, some UK reporters, there's some reporters from New Zealand, there's some reporters from Brooklyn, some reporters from Cali. It would be different if you did a roundtable with everybody. You know what I mean? Instead of someone you're like friends with, or you a frequent collaborator. You get what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. People have to ask these tough questions. right? They gotta ask tough questions. You can't just see, this is the thing, the perfect setup for a person like Eddie Hearn, because I study people. Like, I was heavily into psychology when I went to college. I study people. People like Eddie Hearn, almost like boastful, pompous, like, I'm smarter than you. That's the vibe I get when I hear Eddie Hearn. Because he even said something in this interview where he says, I don't know who you should believe, but no matter how low your intellect is, those are his words. He said, no matter how low your intellect is. So he already talking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, even if you're a fucking dumbass, just listen to this. You know what I'm saying? So he already talking greasy. He's already setting it up. That's what he literally said that. Go watch it. Don't take my word for it. You don't have to just say, oh, Ego told me. Go watch it. He said that. He said, no matter how low your intellect is. So like we just some Neanderthals and low brow. But that's clearly what he feels. We just low brow, low IQ, having like fans. Because the only reason I could think of is that is maybe how you feel. You feel like you outsmarted us. You know what I'm saying? Like some Scooby-Doo mysteries. When they unveil and I would have got away with it too if it weren't for you mangy kids. But guess what? I'm in that mystery van. I am Scooby-Doo. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Zoinks! I'm Scooby and Shaggy. I'm all Velma. I'm all that. You know? The person on the Scooby-Doo island, they always thought they had the master plan. But we gonna bring up some inconsistencies that you didn't account for. And like I said, none of this was brought up in the interview. But leave it to your boy and we'll bring it up. And if I'm lying, do a hot seat. I can prove what I say. So, yeah, but he said, oh, no matter how low your intellect is, then just listen to this. So, I don't give a fuck if my shades are uneven. I'm not fixing shit. Leave my stream. You shouldn't even be worried about my shades. I'm gonna leave them crooked just for you. If you don't like it, oh well, leave. Anywho, yeah, he literally said that. He says, no matter how low your IQ is. See, but that's what they do. They try to distract because they want me to talk about other things. This person thinks he's a gangster. The fact that you said gangster lets me know you square as fuck. This guy thinks he's a gangster. He thinks he's part of gangster's paradise. Like, shut your dumb ass dweeb ass up. Fuck off my stream then. I'm the real gangster because I keep it real. I'm not a gangster because I walk around saying I'm going to shoot people and kill people. I'm a gangster because I keep it real. This guy thinks he's a gangster. Shut up. He's chilling with the posse, cutting in the crib. Shut your stupid ass up. Trying to be hip and shit. Shut your emo ass up. We run this. Bay Area, we talk tonight. Motherfucker said, this guy thinks he's a gangster. What the fuck? Who even talks like that? Yeah, people always trying to be down and shit. But it don't ever work because you don't say what they say in the hood. Like if I go to the block right now, and there's plenty of them in the Bay. Like if I go to Deep East O in Oakland, if I go to Richmond, if I go to Hunters Point, they're not talking. They're not like, look at this jive turkey. He think he a gangster. That's not how they talk. So I know you ain't from around these parts. Fuck out of here. Scram. Anyway, I'm sorry about that, y'all. We just talking this boxing. Mike B, $5 super chat. The fact that Hearn has to start insulting people shows he's full of it. So it said, the gangster channels, they think they're so hardcore. They think they're the realest G's. Like, shut your dumb ass up. Let's talk boxing. No, let's talk about whatever the fuck I want to on my channel. It's Boxingego. This don't say Randy Moss's channel. Last time I checked. Fuck out of here. Listen, y'all can leave. He said, let's talk Boxingego. Nah, you ain't no train conductor. I talk about what I want. This didn't say Boxingego and Randy Moss's channel. So you go deep and catch balls, Randy Moss. I bet you still get lost like Moss on the cross route. I'm the boss, ain't I? The language out the boss mouth. All about dollars if it's problems, bring the cups out. Go catch some balls. You Randy Moss, right? Go on a deep route. Leave me the fuck alone. Someone said he's funky fresh. Get a cool kite. He's funky fresh to death. Him and his posse. Listen, y'all don't change nothing over here. You can't change the programming. If you want to change the programming, then change the programming. Get it? I said if you want to change the programming, then change the program. Meaning, don't watch me. So, Randy Moss, you go catch some balls. That's what you known for. Go get them braids. And I'll do what I do. Anywho, we just got to establish some ground rules, people. Someone said you ain't the PR bro. Hit another chat. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would never have the audacity to go into Howard Stern's live stream, and he was like, "Yeah, so if you touch a woman's vagina, and like, hey, let's get back to talking about Pamela Anderson. Let's not talk about vaginas." Like, he's Howard Stern. He's gonna talk about whatever he wants. He ain't gonna be like, "Oh, let's talk about Pamela Anderson's movie Barbed Wire instead. Let's not talk about vaginas." Like, these dudes is crazy. I don't go on ESPN First Take, and he's like, "LeBron James blasphemy," and I'm just like, "Hey, let's leave LeBron alone. Let's talk more about Steph Curry." Someone said Kelly Swanson, PR ass boy. Like, yeah, these dudes come in and try to tell me what to do on my channel. You don't even as much as super chat. You think you gonna run some shit? Yeah, how about that? You want to change the program super chat, and then we'll read your super chat. Put some money up. Oh yeah, let's not talk about these vaginas. Let's talk about Pamela Anderson and her upbringing. You talk about Pamela Anderson and her upbringing. Fuck. See, these dudes. Oh my gosh. Fuck your mother's cunt, you dosser. I don't even know what none of that means. Yeah, fuck your mom, chat shit get bang, chat shit your mom cunt. Like, shut up. A dosser? What the fuck is a dosser? These dudes, they would have hate so bad. Fuck your mom's cunt. Chat shit get bang, chat shit get bang, your mom's cunt dosser. You a shit house. Like, whatever. I'm all that. And a bag of chips. Yeah, I don't even know what a dosser is. It sounds like a hair care product. Could you pass the shampoo in the dosser? Anyway, back to Eddie Hearn, because they trying to get me in my zone because I have my coffee. They trying to shut up, suck your mom's ass, her arse, and all this shit. What are you talking about? Suck your mom's arse? What the fuck does that even mean? Check get bang, you arse suck, shit house. Like, whatever. Eddie Hearn, I just found inconsistency what he was saying, and like I said, if you give him the opportunity to just talk for an hour without segueing, you know what I mean, like asking your own, then he's gonna do that. Yeah, rest in peace to Joe Jackson. I heard about it. He was 89. Rest in peace. He's gonna do that. But let's talk about, y'all want to do y'all want to hear about these inconsistencies in that IFL TV interview? Okay. If y'all want to hear about them, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Can I get a hell yeah? Do y'all want to hear about them? I'll talk about them. We had a little bit of fun. If y'all want to hear about them, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? And get the likes up. We gotta work. We working for this. We working. Let's get it up. Come on, party people. This ain't no game out here. All right. Regarding Anthony Joshua versus Wilder or whatever, I believe this falls more on Team Joshua's side, right? I can't wait for the hot seats, cause see, this is the thing. When I listen to old media and these man fans, hey, get Doogie out of here. The stream can't go on until Doogie's ass get out of here. So fans, chant for Doogie to get the fuck up out of here, and then have my shooters take care of that. No stream until Doogie's out of here. I'm cutting out like P. Diddy. I'm closing the studio until Doogie is out of here. So if y'all want him gone so we can continue, tell Doogie to get the fuck up. Thank you. J-Dog, handle that. Y'all lucky. That's how I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna cut down the stream. So when these motherfuckers come in, they're gonna be responsible. They're gonna be responsible for the stream just getting shut down like that. Like straight P. Diddy shit. I need some cheesecake and some Cambodian breast milk. I'm shutting down the studio. I'm gonna just start shutting down the studio when they keep coming and trolling and shit until they get up out of here. So, IFL TV interview, they just pretty much allowed Eddie Hearn to say his points and just let him talk, which is cool. That, I mean, interviewing, that's part of it, is letting the fighter or the trainer or whoever speak. But here, let's talk about some inconsistencies, right? And hold on, I'll put it in the comment section, you know, new media shit. If you guys want to go watch it, there, it's in the comment section as we speak. So you guys can go watch it, pause this, come back, whatever. That's the interview I'm talking about. And he's talking about how Deontay Wilder basically took too long. First of all, one thing he said, and listen, if they disagree with me, you're in the hot seat. And we need to see the factual, credible proof. Is that fair? We're doing automatic hot seats. If you disagree, fine. If you disagree with these upcoming points that I'm making, but you gotta prove it. Is that fair? All they have to do, because I'll prove what I say, they gotta prove what they say. That's it. If you start talking about me, my beard, glasses, something stupid, then you're out of here. One response, and if you'll get up to 3, but we gotta limit this. One response. If it's some stupid shit, you're gone. That's how we've been doing it. Okay. One thing he said in this IFL TV interview, correct me if I'm wrong. He says a lot of people keep talking about the WBA mandating or ordering a 24-hour signing of Povetkin. He said, get Randy Moss out of here. Get him out of here. It says, we love Eddie. You go love Eddie elsewhere because you've been trolling, you've been saying stupid shit. Get Randy Moss out of here. Thank you. He said in this IFL interview, he said, shooters, just start policing the comment section, because when I'm going, I don't want to just be stopping to talk to trolls. So shooters, be on alert. In this IFL interview, he said in here, hold on one second. You see how these are the comments that they say. We love Eddie. So this already tells you what you need to know. You didn't even hear what I had to say. You know, you didn't hear a contrasting point. It's just we love Eddie no matter what. You get what I'm saying? So we don't take heed to that. We don't think that's serious. That's nothing serious. Because the real fans are all ears. They were like, oh, let's see what he has to say. Let's see. You will get kicked off the jury panel if you get selected for jury duty, and then you like, they're like, a black person's being accused of rape and murder, and you're like, the black channel, black people did it. Like, if you're like that, you're not gonna get selected for the jury panel because you already have an inherent bias. So how can they put you on the jury? And then we already know, if you just said that shit, if you're just like, the black channel, they always commit the crime. Black channel, he probably committed the crime and ate chitlins and some watermelon. Like, if you're doing all this radical shit, then we already know you can't be, you're not fit to be a juror. Do you guys get what I'm saying? If a guy was like, oh yeah, he's being accused of a murder, he's pleading innocent, he said he didn't do it, he swears, they have no forensic file, and then they're trying to select someone for the jury duty, and he's like, well, the black channel, they did it. Black people love violence. Like, what the fuck? You can't be on the jury. So that motherfucker, that's the same thing he just did. We love Eddie. Okay, you love, bye. Because you're not even really willing to listen to another side. If that's all you have to say is we love Eddie, then we know what that is. Period. Now, IFL TV. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. Shooters, these are the types of comments. Gregory Warhol says Wilder's a fucking shitbag and no one. Block him. Because he's not talking about nothing. Shooters, that's the type of behavior. We're not dealing. It's not just because you said something about Wilder. I don't care. But you're not saying anything of substance. It's Wilder's a shitbag and no one. But Povetkin's just the man then. So Povetkin's not a shit. See, this is what I'm saying. So Povetkin doesn't get called a shitbag. He failed 2 drug tests in 1 year for 2 different drugs, and ain't fought nobody recently, and that hasn't had any sensational performances. He's had some decision performances recently. But Wilder's the shitbag. So we know what time it is. You get what I'm saying? How is the person that's never failed the drug test, he's the shitbag. The guy who's undefeated, he's the shitbag. But the guy with the loss and who has failed 2 drug tests in 1 year, there's no name calls for him. So that's what I'm saying. It has no point to be here. It's just, oh, Wilder's a shitbag and he's no one. But Joshua's fighting Povetkin, a guy who cheated, a guy who had 2 different drugs in the system in 1 year and still was able to fight in Russia against Johan Duhaupas on like 12 hours notice. They just flew him in, put him in some Nike Air Maxes, and then let that man get knocked the fuck out. So we already know what time it is. That's what I'm saying. You got to have, in this stream specifically, you have to have some substance to what you're saying. We love Eddie. Wilder's a shit, but you don't have nothing. There's no substance there. It's not that you just, because you disagree or we have variant, you're not talking about nothing. Gotta go. Shooters, be on the lookout for that type of the bogus shit. Now, Eddie Hearn in this IFL TV interview, I linked it in the description. He's just basically blaming Wilder, saying they took too long with the contract. Here's one question for you guys. What about step aside money? Why, if you really and truly wanted to make the bigger fight, why can't you promise Povetkin the winner and pay him step aside money? You know Wilder Joshua is going to be a more lucrative fight. So why has that never been explored? See, these are the types of questions that don't get asked to Eddie, or no one is asking Eddie. Like when I remember distinctly, Cotto didn't want to fight Triple G, and he ended up fighting Canelo for big money, and then he had to pay Triple G step aside money. So why can't they pay Povetkin step aside money to actually make the bigger fight and say, hey, we got you next, dog? See, these are the points that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all come here and fuck with me, because I'm gonna bring up points that I know nobody's making. I ain't seen nobody make. Shout out to the red $2 super chat. AJ about to fight a 39-year-old, but Ortiz is old. Oh my gosh, Ego's army's on fire. That's what I'm saying. And he fought a 41-year-old in Klitschko, and now coming off a loss in an 18-month layoff, but that was all bad. But Luis Ortiz is 1,000 years old. He's Shang Tsung and shit. You will die. You know, they say Luis Ortiz is the same age as Shang Tsung, but Povetkin's 39. Klitschko was 41 coming off a loss in a 2-year. His mandatory, I don't give a shit. His mandatory is superseded by unification. Here, listen, we got a hot seat. I remember there's a scene in one of my movies, Dragging the Bruce Lee story, and Bruce Lee was working out. He was working out with the lap bar, and then the guy was like, get up, your people killed my dad in Vietnam. And he was like, I'm not finished with my workout. And then he was like, all right, who cares, get up. And he was like, you want to fight? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm not finished with my workout, might as well finish on you. That's how I feel right now. You bringing up this stupid shit, so might as well finish my workout on you. Kanishka Emery, you're saying it's his mandatory. So now you're in the hot seat. Rebuttal these 2 points. We get it, but unifications trump mandatories. So what's your excuse for that? And then 2, why not pay some step aside money? Hey, block Ted Blake. Thank you. Shooters, thank you. Oh my God, J-Dog already clapped you. That was quick. Okay, so why didn't they offer him step? If you really want it, if you're saying Joshua wants the Wilder fight the most, and he wants it more than anything, pay Povetkin step aside money. Why has that not been explored, right? And then 2, who cares if it's mandatory, right? Oh, actually, I got 3 questions with you. Now, since you see, the more I think, the more I think of. I need a pullback. I said the more I think of, which is bad for y'all, good for Ego's army. Question 1. Hold on. Everybody remember this person's name, because I promise you they're not going to have an answer, and they're going to try to duck. Or they're not going to say anything sensible. Kanishka Army. Your excuse is that it's his mandatory. 1, why not pay him step aside money for the fight you really and truly want with some kind of contingent pack that if you win, which Eddie Hearn says that Joshua will knock out Wilder in 3 rounds, right? Right? So he believes that AJ will beat Wilder. So just promise Povetkin got next. Why not offer step aside money? Right? 2, unifications trump mandatories. The whole world knows that. 3, if mandatories are so pertinent, UK King, block him. 3, if mandatories are so pertinent, then why was there no energy? Why the energy was different when Luis King Kong Ortiz was the WBA mandatory? It reminds me of when Canelo Alvarez could have fought Demetrius Andrade, who was the WBO champion. Never said nothing about Andrade, but then he was fighting at 155 and he came back down to 154, dropped an extra pound when he needed to move up. Dropped an extra pound to fight Liam Smith, who earned that through a vacant title, and Liam Smith was the WBO champion. You guys see the contrast? So when Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade was the undefeated WBO guy, and he was the champion, no interest from Team Canelo. But then when Liam Smith won Andrade's old belt through a vacancy, then you see they make that fight in Texas. Canelo versus Liam Smith. So once again, those are my 3 questions to you. Since you want to bring up excuses, you get bodied with those excuses. Why wasn't there the same energy when Luis Ortiz was signed with Matchroom and he was looking at a title shot? He was undefeated at the time, and he was the WBA mandatory before the Klitschko fight, or around that point. So if mandatories are so important to Team Joshua, it's an obligation and mandatories, then why didn't they have that same energy for that? That's a better fight than Povetkin. He ain't done nothing. Those are my 3 questions to you. Listen, you have 15 seconds. You're not going to slow up this stream. I ain't seen that person respond since. What's their name again? Kaniskus. 12 seconds. See, this is what happens when you recycle other people's points and don't think about it. Okay, he says, "Gay, give me a minute." You ain't got a minute. You got less than 15 seconds. Kanishka Amory. Just put 1. Answer 1 question. We'll see how you do with that. Answer why the energy wasn't the same when Luis Ortiz was Joshua's mandatory. If mandatories are so important, we're not waiting. I'll give you 15 more seconds. You have to answer something. I give you 3 things you could have been typing as I was giving it, because I was long-winded with it. So as I was asking you questions, you could have been typing to one of them because you knew you were in the hot seat. 13 seconds. There ain't no stalling here. 11 seconds. Not too much longer, people. In the interview, he says he's been waiting since April. Strike 1. Answer the question. 10 seconds. You see how he's not answering the question? In the interview, I don't care about interview. I care about the 3 questions I asked you. When Luis Ortiz was the mandatory, why did he not have this same energy and persistence that, I got to take care of my obligation as champion and all that? Strike 1. Okay. You talking about, but in the interview, AJ loves eggs over eggs Benedict. What's that got to do with anything? This is what they do. 7 seconds. Still no answers. 5 seconds. You said it's going to be easy. 3 seconds. He ain't got nothing. 1 second. Repeat the question. This is what they always do. Play dumb. Here, repeat this. Shooters, get him out of here. Kanishka Amory. This motherfucker talking about repeat the question. Nope, this ain't Family Feud. If you didn't hear me say the same question over and over, then that's your fault. Shooters, get him out of here. His name is Kanishka Amory. We're done. See, you guys, this is what happens. We cutthroat. Cutthroat committee. Shout out to the Bay. 707. This is the cutthroat committee. Anyway, now let's get to these other hot seats. I couldn't wait for this. By the way, Ego, great title for this stream. Yeah, man, bunch of excuses. Here, shout out to South Egypt. He said it's 2:25 a.m. It's vampire stream for him or her, and they in here. So shout out to Ego's Army. All right, in this IFL TV interview, all right, Eddie Hearn, correct me, we'll do a hot seat right now, but they gotta show proof. Eddie Hearn says the WBA ordering it with the 24-hour window of they have to respond to Povetkin and get a deal done in 24 hours. Eddie Hearn says something to the effect of, people are acting like this is new, but it's not new. He says they ordered it 2 months ago in April. He said weeks after like a week or so after the Parker fight with AJ, right? This is the problem. We have all this information at our fucking fingertips. Listen, man, this is crazy. I got 2 phones. Actually, where is my other phone? Anyway, I got 2 phones. I got 2 iPhones, right? We got all this information at our goddamn fingertips, and people are too lazy to even do the research. You get what I'm saying? Jesse Wyatt, $5 super chat, showing support, bro. I didn't like your live streams at first, but the more I listened, the more I understood your style and like your channel. Keep grinding. Well, I appreciate you. I'm glad you guys came around. Listen, we have all this information at our fingertips, and guess what? People don't even use it. So my thing is this. In this interview, he says this is not new. The WBA offering a 24-hour deadline to sign with Povetkin. But I disagree. I disagree with this, right? I disagree with this for this reason. It's not just that. It's why would they come out after Finkel says we're going to send the contract back on Friday? Like, why would you wait for them? And see, this is the thing. Eddie Hearn says, he says the reason that the WBA did that is because Shelly Finkel did an interview with ESPN and said that he's going to send it back with 2 more. He has 2 small changes or something like that, right? He has 2 small changes. So why would the WBA see that it looks like it's about to happen and then all of them automatically jump in the middle of that? That's already questionable in itself. Myron Dinard, I didn't see your super chat. Sorry, hold on. Let me see if it's still up here. Shit. Oh, I see it. Myron Dinard, $5 super chat. Thank you. I don't like the WBA. First, they promised Luis Ortiz a shot at Joshua for the WBA title. Then they dropped him in the rankings, and now they stopped this fight. I agree with you 100%. Shooters, we have an intruder. I'm gonna just start saying that. I don't even want to get their name shine. Shooters, we have an intruder. That means you guys should be scouring the comment section, finding out who that person is. All right. So, according to Eddie Hearn, he says the WBA reacted because they seen Shelly Finkel had 2 adjustments that he needed on the contract. So, if you already waited 2 months, just listen to this. You had already exhausted 2 months going back and forth. And then, this is his argument. You waited 2 months back and forth and negotiating and sending contracts. And the moment the other side, the opposing side says, yo, we're ready to sign. We have 2 small adjustments that need to be made. And then it's sewed up. That's when the WBA decides, oh, nope, enough is enough. When it looks like that. So you could have said like Friday of next week. If you guys don't have like anything, that would have been fine. If you said, hey, you got until next week Friday, and if you guys haven't come to a conclusion, we gotta wrap this up and enforce this. Non-believable. It's not believable. When in the history of boxing has a sanctioning body ever offered a 24-hour deadline? And see, this is the thing. When you look at the sanctioning body's deadlines, they say if like the IBF has a Danny Jacobs and Sergey Derevyanchenko, they're going to go to purse bid if the 2 camps can't agree on making that fight, because those are the highest ranking people. But both parties involved know that if it's not agreed upon by, let's say, July 1st, it's going to purse bid. Or if it's not agreed upon, or the purse bid, they know the purse bid date is July 5th or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So why wouldn't Eddie Hearn know? Why, like, even I get, okay, it went on two months, right? But why wouldn't you know the final doomsday date? You get what I'm saying? So in actuality, the WBA did still spring it on him because nobody knew about this mythical date until they actually announced it, which happened coincidentally to be when Wilder side says they're getting ready to sign and they agreed to the parts and everything's contingent on 2 small changes or 2 notes. That doesn't make sense. You guys can force and try to make it like, oh, but why did he wait 2 weeks? Why would, who, like, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. That's not realistic that you are already let 2 months pass and then not give him a week, something reasonable. Say, hey, not this Friday, but the next Friday, if you guys haven't squared this away, then we got to call for Povetkin because we're not going to just keep him waiting. He needs to get in training camp, blah, blah, blah. Right? But they didn't do that. They just all of a sudden said, oh, you have 24 hours to comply. It's unbelievable. I've never seen that happen. You know, like, let's say I was a manager, right? I was a salary manager at Lowe's. Let's say there's an associate. They have 15-minute breaks. And let's say he was on a longer break. Let's say it was like he had been on break for 19 minutes. That's already 4 minutes longer than he should have been on break, right? Because the breaks for a regular break, you don't have to punch out unless it's a lunch break. So a regular 15-minute break, you don't have to punch out. So sometimes people would be camped out taking longer than they should. So let's say I come in the break room and I'm like, yo, you went to break at 8. You're supposed to be back 8:15 and it's 8:19, right? He's eating a tuna sandwich. So he's already over break 4 minutes and he's down to his last bite, right? I'm not going to be like, nope, throw the rest of the sandwich away, get back on break right now. That, you know, he already waited 4 minutes over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be like, nope, you don't eat that last 2 bites. You throw it in the trash. You get the fuck back on the floor. That's like overkill. Who would do that? You know what I'm saying? He already went on break. It was supposed to be 15 minutes. He took an extra 4 minutes and he's down to his last bite or 2. And then I'm going to say, no, throw the sandwich away and walk out with me right now. That's not realistic. That's in essence what the WBA did. They waited 2 whole months, right? Didn't say, hey, your final deadline, your doomsday deadline is this. And then the second it looks like it's actually going to come into fruition, that's when they decide to pull the plug and be like, nope, this is bullshit. We waited too long. Finkel, he says 2 small changes. This is bullshit. We got to pull the plug on this. You got to fight. Come on, bro. That doesn't even make sense. Like I said, I understand rules. I understand things like that. But like I said, if you had the employee, he was already 4 minutes over his allotted break. He has 1 or 2 more bites of his sandwich. You gonna tell him, oh no, this is bullshit. Throw it away. Come back on the floor. Walk out with it. I'm like, come on, bro. I wouldn't do that. And I was a manager. But no one's gonna be a stickler like that. So obviously, this is what it is. So y'all ready? If y'all ready for this hot seat, get the likes up. I got an open hot seat. All these Ray Lewis, all these motherfuckers in the chat. Let's see them defend these hot seats. I got y'all. Smash the like button, and if y'all want this hot seat question that we gotta hear them answer with the factual evidence, cite their sources. Can I get a hell yeah? I can't wait. I waited for this. Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section if y'all ready for this? I gotta make sure y'all paying attention. All right, check it. In this IFL interview, Eddie Hearn says that a week or so after the Joseph Parker AJ fight, the WBA ordered that he has to fight his mandatory. He said a week or so after. So he says in this interview, April, I did my research, and as far back as I could see, I didn't see anything from April that where the WBA says you have to fight it. So in Eddie Hearn's words, it's been 2 months since the ordering of Joshua versus Parker. Right? Hold on 1 second, yo. Listen. So he said it's been 2 months and then they ordered this Povetkin shit. But the whole world knew that it was down to 2 candidates because Gerald Miller kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we already did the roll call. Gerald Miller kind of fell out of the contention, right? So Eddie Hearn says it's been 2 months and all this shit. And like I said, for you to wait for this alleged 2 months or whatever to elapse, and then it looks like you're this close for you to pull the plug. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me, that they're going to pull the plug right then and there when you're that close. They've been saying the fight about to be signed for the last month. Don't blame them. But see, listen, this is the other thing. You could put certain things in the contract that create issue that, you know, it's just like there's a couple ways to duck fights. You can ask for something like Leo Santa Cruz. I remember he didn't want to fight Rigondeaux. His dad didn't like Rigondeaux's style, and he asked for like $3-4 million, something he knew he wouldn't get for that fight. That's one way to avoid a fight, right? 2, you can lowball someone. Like, yeah, I'll fight you for Carl's Jr. Western Bacon, knowing nobody's gonna do that because it's not sensible. You know what I mean? So just like you can offer someone some low shit, you can also take an extra day or 2 on the contract, put some things that you know are going to create issues that won't make the contract go smoothly. Another piece of evidence is this. How is it that Dillian White, Joseph Parker both have alternate opponents that they were in negotiations for, but you're able to make that fight in 48 hours? Same thing with Kell Brook. Kell Brook was negotiating with Jesse Vargas. Fact. They were coming along. They had been negotiating for weeks, trying to button it up. Fact. Chris Eubank was in negotiations, Eubank Jr. and Chris Eubank Sr. negotiation for Golovkin. Somehow those fights fell apart. They couldn't all agree. So Kell Brook ends up fighting Triple G off of a phone call. But you mean to tell me the A side, they can't make a fight with Wilder? Bullshit. Another reason we know this is bullshit is because this is in line with what they said, people. They said we want to fight listen. This is like, it's so funny that these inconsistencies are so out there and the world knows it and people still try to act like they don't see it. Listen, after the Carlos Takam fight, Eddie Hearn says the Wilder fight has to happen in 2018. Now he's talking about the deal's still open. You could get the fight in April. But 2 weeks ago, he was talking about the fight not happening in April 2019, but in February of 2019. So why would the dates have changed that much? Post-fight interview with Carlos Takam. We absolutely have to fight Wilder in 2018. So you knew last year that you had to fight Wilder in 2018. You knew in 2017. Then 2 weeks ago, you said that you want to fight you'll fight Povetkin next, and then you'll fight February 2019. Now, today, in this IFL interview and other interviews, Eddie Hearn's saying April. He's saying April. So how did it go from 2018 sometime to February 2019. Now it's all the way to April at Wembley. Here's another thing. You guys are getting fucked up. You guys are getting bodied, and it's just what it is. New media is going to continue winning because the people see the reality. Here's another thing. All right, Hamza, you in the hot seat. You want to justify the bullshit? You be a part of the bullshit. Hamza said because Wembley confirmed the date. So why did he say February 2019? So why would he get on the interview and speak and say February 2019 for Wilder? We're fighting Povetkin because it's taking too long, and then now it's April. So you tell me. Why even come out with February then? This is the point. You're tripping on your own words. Why would you do an interview if you didn't know? Why would you say February if you didn't have a confirmation from Wembley? Explain that. Why would you just do an interview and say, "Oh, we could fight Povetkin and then we'll fight Wilder in February," and now it's April? See how it keeps getting extended and pushed back and pushed out? Hamza, you have 15 seconds. Hold on. I think there's 2 Hamzas in here. So, shooters, be on the lookout so we don't block the wrong person. Hold on. Maybe there's not 2 Hamzas. I don't even know what the question is. I don't even see. They must have deleted their comment or got blocked. Oh, no. Hamza IQ Ball. Iqbal. This is for you. Shooters. They have a pink circle on their name. It's like a default picture, pink. But there's another Hamza. Don't block the wrong one. It's Hamza Iqbal. You have 10 seconds. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 2 seconds. 1. Get him out of here. Shooters, handle that. Hamza Iqbal, IQ Ball. Iqbal or something. See? They always want to make excuses, but they can't. That's why they just disappear. That's why we're not waiting for them. So anyway, it's just apparent. I just gave you guys a perfect... J-Dog said confirmed kill. He on the kill streak. I just gave you guys a perfect analogy. Carlos Takam post fight. They said we got to fight Wilder in 2018. It must happen. So you knew since late last year, October, November, when you fought Takam late replacement and had a premature stoppage, you knew you had to fight Wilder in 2018. So everybody talking about, oh, it's been 2 months. You knew that this was a fight. You should have been brewing the fight from right then if you really wanted to fight and you're the A side, right? Then, like I said, literally 2 weeks ago, Eddie Hearn said something about we're going to fight Povetkin and Wilder could fight. That can happen in 2019 in February. Now he's saying that we could fight at Wembley in April 2019. Here's another thing. Here's another inconsistency. Last year and probably early this year, Eddie Hearn was saying that Anthony Joshua was on a three fight future for 2018, right? He says we want him to fight one time in March, which he did, Joseph Parker. We want him to have a summer fight and then fight in December. Now all of a sudden it's going to a 2-fight plan. Joshua didn't get injured. Joshua didn't get hurt. He didn't get knocked down versus Joseph Parker. He didn't get his nose broke or teeth knocked out. So what happened to the 3 fights this year? That's what they said. They said they have him on par to fight 3 times. And you already got that off to a good start. Block Ray Ray. Block Ray Ray. No, he's not getting a hot seat. He's a Desperate Man fan. Listen. Motherfuckers, oh, fake ass Drake. Okay, fake ass Drake. He got some of the hottest songs out and he's getting bitches, so, oh, that really hurts me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, explain that. Somebody explain that. How did it go from he was on par and he started off that way because he fought one time within the first 3 months? Because like let's say Keith Thurman, there's no way he could really realistically fight 3 times this year now because he hasn't fought at all. So he hasn't even had one fight. So it wouldn't be realistic. Joshua could. He could fight in this, and this. You know what I mean? But he didn't. So what happened to the 3 fights a year? Too many inconsistencies, right? What happened to Joshua? And then if you get Eddie Hearn, I know it's going to be, oh, it's because we waited. Deontay Wilder wasted two months of our time. But that's bullshit. Because why don't you just say, hey, we're fighting Povetkin next. This summer, they're already on board. We got a venue and a date. And we'll fight you October, December. Cool? Boom. Done. Like I said, you can make Dillian White with Joseph Parker in record-breaking time. And nobody expected it. And have a press conference, backdrops, flyers, and everything else gathered up. But all of a sudden, you can't make this fight. Listen. Portuguese, block him. Ego, why are you so obsessed with this fight? Block him. I don't have to explain shit to you. You don't want to be here, don't click on the video. We eradicating all the dumb shit. Everyone trying to distract from what's real, they're getting X out. They're getting annihilated. You know, trying to make it like it's some internal problem I have. Why are you so obsessed? Don't watch my shit. I ain't explaining shit to you. Ego, mad love for you, bro. Shout out to Kendrick. I appreciate the support. What happened to Joshua fighting 3 times this year? We just supposed to forget about that too? You know, it's just too many of these particular situations. And then I got another hot seat for you. Who's ready for the next hot seat question? If y'all ready, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I got so many points. This is from the IFL interview too. Things don't go to plan. Yeah, especially when you didn't want them to be the plan. But this is more proof because, see, the thing in this, throughout all this like deception and ring around the rosy shit, this is more in line with what Joshua and Eddie Hearn were initially saying. But see, they didn't anticipate the power of new media. They didn't anticipate the power of the internet and YouTube and the reaction from fans. So now that's why they're being forced to like defend and like do damage control and stuff. They didn't expect it to because they're used to just feeding the public whatever they want. Joshua Brazil, Joshua versus Eric Molina, you know what I mean? Kell Brook versus Jojo Dan, Kell Brook versus Kevin Bezier. They're used to that. So they didn't expect it to get like this. They're like, oh, we got a loyal ass fan base, we making money. But now it's getting real because people aren't falling for it. People are like, man, we want to see Kell Brook fight someone better than a Joseph Jojo Diaz. Okay, Kell Brook got stabbed. We understand why he's fighting Joseph Jojo Diaz. I mean, Joseph Jojo Dan. Casey and Jojo, whatever the fuck the dude's name is. Ooh, yeah. All my life, I pray for someone like you. You know what I mean? Jojo Dan and Bezier and Frankie. People aren't following. We're not buying that no more. We like when Kell Brook fought Sean Porter. Give us something like that. You know, we don't want to see him fight Frankie Gavin, Frankie Beverly and Mays. You know what I'm saying? All these Stuart Little. We don't want to see all that. Now, if you do a couple of those in between, crazy. You know what I mean? A couple Casey and JoJo's in between that. I got this feel. Oh, that's Drew Hill. Never mind. They kind of sounded alike sometimes. I love it when you toss it up. You know, we didn't want to see that. Same thing with Joshua. Right? People aren't falling for it anymore. We see what you're doing. I mean, because Amir Khan got with you, and now you doing it. They're talking about Amir Khan might fight. He might fight Samuel Vargas. Errol Spence been knocked him out. Y'all talk about Errol Spence's resume, but then this will be the second opponent that Amir Khan, since being with Matchroom, if he fights Samuel Vargas, this will be the second Errol Spence leftover that Amir Khan faces. So instead of making Amir Khan Kell Brook, which you now manage the careers of both of them, or they're both signed to Matchroom, you're talking about Samuel Vargas. But then people have the fucking audacity to talk about Errol Spence's resume, and Phil LaGreco and Samuel Vargas are two former people that got knocked the fuck out by Errol Spence, and now Amir Khan might fight him under Matchroom. So like I said, why isn't Matchroom? You wanted to sign Broner. He embarrassed you putting the contract. Why don't you put together Amir Khan versus Adrian Broner? Great fight. Amir Khan versus Jesse Vargas. Great fight. Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Great fight. You know, Amir Khan versus Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman said he didn't want to fight Errol Spence. He might fight Amir Khan if he likes his chances. He needs an opponent for August. Why would it be Amir Khan versus Samuel Vargas? You know what I'm saying? So people are hip to what Eddie Hearn's been doing. The backstory. And see, I told you, Eddie Hearn to me has kind of like a pompous attitude, like where the thing with me is I have a high GPA and I'm street smart. You know, when I was in school, I'm not in school right now, but when I was in school. So you're not going to be able to, you can't win either way. You know what I mean? On some street shit, you definitely won't win. Because I don't think where he comes from, coming from, you know what I mean, a silver spoon, I don't think he's probably learned some of the lessons that I had to learn. And then when it comes to academic smart, I'm book smart too. So you're not going to just be able to say whatever and I'm just going to run with it. You know what I mean? But that's how Eddie Hearn, like, he speaks to the people like he could just fool them. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, no matter how low your IQ is, why would you say that? It has nothing to do with low IQ. And people have a good memory. They remember what you did. Radio Raheem has an interview with Eddie Hearn for a week before the Kell Brook Spence fight. And he's on tape saying, I told Kell Brook to swerve Errol Spence Jr. Fact. Go type it up. It's on YouTube. I told Kell Brook to swerve. After the Triple G fight, I told him to swerve his mandatory. Listen. This is why you guys can't beat me. I know it hurts. So you told Kell Brook to swerve his mandatory, but when it comes to your other fighter, Anthony Joshua, he's all about the mandatories. How the fuck does that work, huh? So you told him to swerve, you know what I'm saying? Like a slippery road. You told him to swerve Errol Spence. Huh? You want him to swerve, huh? You went to the hospital, you peed in the bedpan, huh? Like, you told him to swerve, huh? You on the corner selling them shit on the curb, huh? You told him to swerve, huh? So, you told him to, he's on tape saying this. You told him to swerve his mandatory, but now Joshua is Mr. Mandatories. Looking shaky, baby. And he's on tape saying this. He on tape saying it. So it's not like, oh, shut up, ego. Shit get banged. No, that don't work. Because he's on tape saying this. So y'all want to... Y'all want to fuck around with the realest doing it. Okay. I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber.
Take the belt. Yeah, but what happens with my belt? And the only reason he took the Golovkin fight as well is because he maintained his belt. You know, don't fight calm, then in my opinion you need to move up to 154 pounds. You're stronger there, and more importantly, if you stay at welterweight and don't fight Khan, you got to fight Errol Spence. So swerve that. And
what'd that say? Y'all hear? Huh?
Yeah, that's what I said. You're stronger there, and more importantly, if you stay at welterweight and don't fight Khan, you got to fight Errol Spence. So swerve that. And that's what I said. And he said, yeah, but what happens with my belt? And the only reason he took the Golovkin fight as well is because he maintained his belt. You know, he wouldn't have vacated that belt to fight Golovkin. So I said, well, you'd have to vacate the belt if you move to 154. He said, no chance. He said, I didn't go out and beat Sean Porter for that belt to just give it up. You got to fight Errol Spence. So swerve that.
Y'all motherfuckers can't beat me at this. Stop. So, we're talking about a person the mind of a person who just last year recommended that his fighter, his champion, fight Triple G, big ass, his strong ass, and no guy. So you told him to go up 2 weight divisions, get his eye broke the fuck up like a Creed movie, like, you know what I'm saying, like against a guy who's way bigger. But then you thought that made sense. But then coming back, you said go up to 54, where there's also killers: Jermell Charlo, Jared Swift-Hurd, Jaime Munguia, Edislandi Lara, right? You told Canelo might have been there at the time, right? Andre might have been there at the time, right? And to swerve Errol Spence. But then when it comes to Anthony Joshua, you're telling him, oh, we're all about mandatories. We got to fight our mandatories. So make that make sense. See, that's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn's not being confronted with these types of questions. He's in a comfort question. I got receipts. Y'all know that. So why would you say that your champion, Kell Brooks, should go up and fight Triple G, which I told y'all from the jump was stupid because of the weight differential not acclimating, right? Hey, block Dom Christiff. Stop tripping on trollers and AJ fans. They ain't going to change until AJ gets knocked out. You can put him in timeout. You're not coming and changing it. We going to trip on what we want to trip. Stop trying to change the narrative. It doesn't work. That dumb shit, it doesn't change the work. Put him in timeout. He got to learn his lesson. I'll run the show. Stop tripping on troller. Don't worry about what I trip on. Worry about you. Worry about your family. Don't worry about what I'm doing. But anyway, we're talking about Eddie Hearn, the mind of a person who says, oh, if you go to welterweight, you got to fight Errol Spence. Swerve that. But now AJ fighting Povetkin, what happened to the swerve that part? Why we not swerving that? They already a heavyweight, so Joshua can't move up nowhere, right? So why isn't it swerve Povetkin? Huh? Oh, y'all flabbergasted? Man, they don't even know what to say. They flabbergasted. Why is it not swerve Povetkin? Why is it not find a way to swerve that? It's just like, oh, we have to fight him. WBA is making us. Why is it swerve Wilder? Okay. And you want me to believe that they didn't have nothing to do with this? Come on, bro. I just showed y'all. And there's video of it too. See, I come. It's like, you know, I feel like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. Luckily, he overheard Joe Pesci, the Wet Bandits, Daniel Stern. He heard the burglars. He heard the bad guy. He heard, oh yeah, the parents are out of town. We'll come back. We'll come back and rob this house. And he was looking out the window. He's like, oh shit, they coming back. They told him the time and everything. So he prepared for that. I, my friends, am Macaulay Culkin. I am Kevin McAllister. I prepared for the man-fan bullshit. I got receipts. I've set up traps. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for you to come try to rob me of my throne. That's what I'm waiting for. You know, you might open the door and it has a heating coil on it. And then you finally kick it in and then there's a flamethrower on your head because I've set up traps. I've waited for this. You know? So that's just one piece of evidence. You said Kell Brook, a champion, your fighter, he should swerve Errol Spence. The only reason that fight was made is because of people like me, new media. We pressed for that fight and we finally got it, just like we're doing here. You said to swerve Errol Spence. Why? If you're gonna say that candidly on tape, then why didn't you swerve Povetkin? Why am I not believing that you're advising your fighter to swerve the most powerful guy in the heavyweight division, who's been calling him out, who's dark skinned, speaking his mind, says like he says it, talks it like he walks it, on some Migos shit? Why am I supposed to believe that you really wanted to make this fight? You said your fighter was going to fight 3 times a year. Now he's fighting 2 times a year. You said that the fight has to happen in 2018. Now you're saying in 2019. You said April of 2019 today, but then a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you said February. Wilder said he wanted to fight, and then you said Dillian White. I want to fight Joshua. Hey, here's Dillian White for $3 million. No one asked for Dillian White. You know? You said, oh, he can't get his black ass in the ring. He can't get in his ring because he's not invited. That doesn't make sense. Then he said, all right, fuck y'all, I ain't coming. Now you say, oh, he doesn't want to come. This was great publicity. He'll have world media. He missed out on the opportunity. He would have came if y'all let him in the ring, but you didn't want that type of resistance or a person like. See, I've been face to face with Wilder. I'm a big dude myself. He's every bit of 6'7". He's a big dude. You know what I'm saying? And you know you can't control him. Certain people you can't control. And when it comes to the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder, you know when it comes to that Southern boy, you can't control him. You know he's so frustrated. He's so damn frustrated right now. And you know you can't control him. So whatever's going to come out of his mouth is going to come out of his mouth. I'm so excited. Anthony Joshua. And that's what people fear. They fear when they can't control you. Just like my channel. You guys know you can't control what happens next. You know you can't control. You're just going to sit back and watch it or don't watch it, but you can't control it. We got that vibranium. I know it makes you so frustrated right now, but you can't control Boxingego just like you can't control the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder. Y'all know this. Oh my gosh, what is he talking about? You acting like Hearn purposely trying to make the fight into that. Shut that soft ass shit up. I'm like Broner. Shut that soft ass shit up. He tried to make this. Shut this soft ass shit up. I'm the brand new AB. I'm the AB of this shit. About busting y'all asses. They know they can't control Boxingego in the movement. They know the army is too strong. But they only making it worse for themselves. And I will knock these man fans out of the hot seat. Please believe me right now when I tell you this. I don't say nothing not on me. My mind is a dangerous tool. If I believe it, then I can achieve it. And I will. Fuck is y'all talking about, man? I'm so frustrated. Yeah. Yeah. See, but you notice they never respond to my points. Like, why did he tell Kell Brook to swerve and encourage him to swerve on camera? I just played it for you. Encourage him to swerve Errol Spence. But now you gotta fight this mandatory. Why not pace Povetkin? If you really wanted to fight, fuck it if you get stripped. That'll make the WBA look like shit. Like you just cock blocked a huge fight. Because this is what they wanted all along. And I told you that. Listen to the interviews. Eddie Hearn was telling you. He was like, oh yeah, we can fight Parker and we can fight Povetkin and then Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't a mad reporter. Life is good. I'm able to help my family out. I've been to the hottest fights this year. I plan to continue. I'm not mad. That's not even the right name to put on me. That's like some mad rapper shit. Don't be saying that shit about that. And who the fuck are you? I'm not mad. I'm not angry. Life is good. Like, I'd be angry if I was losing. I'd be angry if I was one of these other weak-ass YouTube channels that have been saying the opposite of what I'm saying, and they're looking dumb and dumber. No Jim Carrey. So I'm not mad. That's not even a good comparison or whatever. Ain't nothing mad about me. What I'm doing. This shit is working. Hey, intruder alert. Shooters. We got an intruder in the building. I need y'all to solve that. Intruder alert, man. That means police the comment section and find out who's creating the issue. But yeah, man. Oh, I almost forgot. I got another point. Another hot seat. Y'all gotta get these likes. How much likes we got? How many likes we got? How many likes we got right now? We need more than 210. Y'all gotta smash the like button for the realness. Listen, I'm so frustrated right now. I need y'all to smash that like button. See, I got points all day, man. Be on point like thorns out here. All right, hold on. Who's this JDM dude? JDM, I got a question because you putting that bullshit and you putting the opposite. I got a hot seat question for you right now. You believe Eddie Hearn? You believe what he's been saying? Listen, the motherfucker on the IFL TV interview says, "Oh, Shirley." See, this is what I'm talking about. The pompous attitude. Eddie Hearn's trying to tell some 1-bit jokes and stuff like, "Oh, Shirley Winkle, Dinkle, Finkle, Pinkle," like that. All that's dead. That has no relation to anything. You're just doing that trying to get some side laughs or some bullshit. But anytime you have to do, Shirley Winkle is all business. When he's doing the World Boxing News interview, he's like, this is what they did, this is what they said, this is what we came back with, boom, boom, boom. It's Eddie Hearn who's trying to amuse and drink tea and crumb. Oh, this is going to be great for your YouTube views and monetizations, and this is going to get a lot of views, and people so mad at me, booing me. Like, he's the one doing all that. Just, that's extra shit. Oh, Shirley Finkle, Winkle, Shirley Winkle, Dinkle, Pinkle, Minkle. Like, I don't care about none of that because that, who cares? That's just childish games or whatever. I'm trying to talk about the facts. Shirley Winkle or whatever, Shelley Finkel, he got me saying the wrong shit. Shelley Finkel, he not out up here like, oh, Eddie Fern, Hearn, Germ, Sperm, Kern, Mern, Eddie Mern. Like, he's not playing these fucking games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Making names. That's what, when you don't have a point, that's what you would do more often than not. Unless you just, like, I guess, funny or something, and that's your all-day personality. But that's just to distract you from what's really going on. Oh, yeah, Boxingego, Ego Waffles, you a Ego Waffle. Like, but you ain't saying nothing. Like, you could say all these names. Oh, Boxing Eagle. Ah! Like, okay, I'm an eagle, I'm a waffle. But that don't mean nothing. Rebuttal me. That's what I'm asking for. I'm trying to get that work. You can call me Boxingego, bum ass waffle with syrup. That's a little childish rhetoric and games. Give me my question, my dude. I'm about to body you. Everybody remember the name, because that will, and I will be the next. Oh my gosh. What's his name? JDM Gunners. We gonna see if you're a real gunner. I've been around some gunners in my life. We're going to see if you're a real one. And I will beat him in a hot seat. Let's go. My question for you is this. So you believe Eddie Hearn, right? JDM, this is to you. We just going to rap on it. So you think they're doing their due diligence, and Wilder's team just took hella long on the contract and all that. That's the type of stuff you're believing right now, huh? During your live stream, you stray off your points to drop mad jokes. Shut that soft ass shit. Block him. MD Boxing. Worry about your own boxing channel. Nobody care what you talking about, right? Get him out of here. I don't even give a fuck what you talking about. We got a hot seat to handle. MD Boxing. Good luck with your channel. Leave me the fuck alone. Shooters, get rid of MD Boxing. I don't shut that soft ass shit up. I'm from Afghanistan in a real gunner. Yes, I believe her. I don't care if you're from Afghanistan, Bucharest, Turkey, Iraq, Chirac. Like, what's that got to do with anything? MD got a cool channel. I don't give a fuck what they got. Go to their cool channel then. King Corleone clapping. He getting himself a body. All right, so you believe Hearn. Answer this. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for me to do this boy Greasy? Okay. If y'all want me to do this man Greasy, listen to what I say, listen to his response. Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? The Black Channel. Can I get a hell yeah if y'all want me to jam him up in the hot seat? Okay. He said he's from Afghanistan, so you should be ready for this heat. I said he said he's from Afghanistan, he should be ready for this heat. I'm about to do this man Greasy. He said he believes what Hearn's been talking about, right? Oh, let's get it. All right. So you believe that it's Wilder's side. They've been prolonging with the contract taking too long. Just watch how I do them. Watch this point. Tell me if it don't make sense. Okay. Shout out to Ralph Mejia. We got to get to the money. $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Ego, let's push Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. I made a video. Tyson Fury called him out. That's a good fight. I want to see it. And I talked about that. So check that video. Let's stop giving AJ any more life. We know what AJ and Hearn represent. Jokes. Check my video on that. Tyson Fury, I salute to him. And that's how you know when we won. Because there's a UK fighter in Tyson Fury who's calling out Wilder. So it's not like he has some allegiance to him because he's calling him out to a fight. It's not like he has allegiance to AJ either. But he's from the UK and he says, we know Eddie Hearn and AJ had no intentions of fighting you. That's what Tyson Fury said today. So real recognize real. Tyson Fury is a real motherfucker. He does some weird things and kissing and picking up, but he keeps it real. Eddie kept it real. Okay, you can get next in the hot seat. All right, please pause the super chats. Please pause the super chats because I don't want to distract from the point. I'm about to body this man though. He says he believes him. So you're under the impression that Wilder, him and Shelly Finkel, Dinkle, whatever y'all want to call him, have been stalling, taking long on the contract and prolonging this. Then answer this for me. Y'all ready for this? I tell you, you come to my channel, I think. I'm an intense thinker and planner. I plan for this. If y'all want to hear it, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I think about stuff that I know nobody has really said. Get Chris Baby out of here. They're trying to distract because they know I'm about to body this man. Get Chris Baby out of here. Shooters. Stream can't go on until Chris Baby is gone. Get him ghost. We're not doing the stream unless... Okay, he's gone. JDM said bring it. Okay, I got you. So you believe Wilder's side has been stalling. Now, I told you there's several ways to get out of a fight. You can create issues. You can lowball. You can put things on the contract you know they'll have discrepancies with. So here's one of them. Everybody's listening? Great. Canelo Alvarez is fighting Gennady Golovkin, right, on September 15th. The contract that was sent over for Wilder Joshua was on September 15th. So why would you send a contract for a date that you knew had another massive boxing fight that's going to be on pay-per-view for the same exact date? That's the opening part. There's more because I feel I'm psychic when it comes to this shit. So that's the opening statement for JDM. Opening statement. Why would you? Because that doesn't make sense to double book on a Canelo date. So why would the contract that Eddie Hearn sent over include a date that you know Canelo's fighting on with Triple G? We just gonna wait. Boom. Everybody type, you know, see, listen. I always wait for these motherfuckers to fall for it. He fell for the mousetrap. Oh my gosh. He did just like clockwork, people. When you start spewing other people's shit, I got your ass. Cause I already knew what you were gonna say. It's too late. He's probably like biting his nail. Oh shit. What did I do? I got you. They fell for the mousetrap. He responded exactly how I knew he was going to respond. I knew it, right? At the time, Canelo was dead and Hearn was working on a new date. This is confirmed in other interview. I knew he was going to use that. I knew he was going to use the bullshit, right? So Like I said, Kevin McAllister, Home Alone. We prepared for this. Right? So, this is Canelo Triple G. The reports that I'm showing have about June 13th as the date. About June 13th as the date it's announced. Like, look, you see, it says Canelo Alvarez Golovkin rematch is set for September 15th. And that's on June 13th. Right? So it was set June 13th because there's articles. I've seen several articles. That was USA Today. But there's several articles from June 13th announcing the fight, right? Announcing the fight was set and it was done deal. So Oscar De La Hoya threw his Hail Mary bullshit, right? He threw his Hail Mary, gave Golovkin more money. And as far as June 13th, which would have been, here, look, this is what happens. Look at today's date. So we at least knew the Canelo Triple G fight on June 13th, where there's actual articles saying the fight is done, deal is set. De La Hoya posted on his Instagram that it was a done deal on the 13th. Look at the calendar. Hold on. In red is today's date. So that's already very questionable. You sent a contract and you said you didn't know that the fight with Canelo was a done deal, right? That's what you're telling me, right? But on the 13th, we knew it was a done deal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nearly 2 weeks ago. So about 2 weeks ago, we knew the fight was already done. They figured it out. What's your response? See, that's what I'm saying. People listen, but they don't research. I researched because I knew what this motherfucker was going to say. So I had already had it in my head. I was like, oh, okay. I heard Eddie Hearn say he didn't know about the date, or we didn't know if Canelo was fighting Triple G. So I did some research and looked at the dates. This is all people have to do. Right? So at the 13th, all these major, hold on, I'm gonna send them to y'all. Hold on. I told you I'm gonna do this, man. Greasy, man. Everybody look in the comment section. June 13th, USA Today, credible source. That's the article, right? I told you I'll do this, man. Greasy. Okay. UK based. Okay. Anybody watches, this is how you catch a body. Anybody watching The Guardian, UK, I believe they're from the UK. June 13th, there's another article where they're saying the Golovkin and fight is set, and it was published June 13th. Because, you know, these websites, they're pretty prompt with the news. Right? Watch me catch this, man. Sports Illustrated, June 13th. There's another article. These are all articles confirming that the fight is set and it's a go. Los Angeles Times. Okay, y'all let me know when I should stop. June 13th, Los Angeles Times. It says it's a rematch. Gennady Golovkin, Canelo, September in Vegas. Right? June 13th. Another UK print. The Mirror. We got another one. You guys check the comment section. The Mirror UK, June 13th, wrote an article. Gennady Golovkin versus Saul Canelo Alvarez rematch set to take place September 15th. So, God damn it, it looks like September or June 13th was the date that it was actually done. This looks like the date because that's where everyone's article came out, that particular date, which is midweek. Right? I just sent you several articles, all from June 13th. This nigga does his research, can't fuck with him. So I sent Sports Illustrated, Los Angeles Times, USA Today, The Mirror. I sent you several articles, and this is all saying June 13th. So we knew 2 weeks ago that Canelo versus Triple G was a thing. because that's when the articles came out announcing it. What's your response to that? What's your response to that? What's your response to that? Did he respond? Did he respond? Okay, he says in the video he clearly says he sent the contract before Canelo Triple G 2 and also knew a new date and venue will be confirmed. Bro, so he sent the contract before June 13th. That's what you're trying to tell me. So now he's sitting. Okay, now they're trying to say he sent the contract 4 weeks ago. You see how they keep moving the goalposts? Hold on. Okay, let me. So what's your say it again? What you said? Because I told you I prepared for all of this. So I just want to hear. Everybody type. You know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. I've already prepared for all this, but just JDM, please tell me your point. Everybody type, you know you done fucked up. This is where I slaughter this man, because he's making excuses. I'm going to show you how a real TB ego does it. JDM, make your bed. Let's wrap this up. So you're trying to switch and say he sent the contract before June 13th. That's what you're alleging. Is that, just tell me which, if that's what you're trying to say now. These dudes can't, they can't fuck with it. I'm trying to tell y'all. He sent the contract 4 weeks ago before Canelo Triple G fight. How can Team Wilder wait that longer? All right, now it's time to buy this man. I'm sick of the excuses. I was trying to give him some chance to see if he had something like cool to say. Here, this is where everybody just type, you know you done fucked up. This is where all that bullshit comes to end right now. All right. If y'all want me to destroy this man in front of your face, listen, y'all think I'm joking. I'm Kevin McAllister. I've prepared for this. I knew the bad guys were coming to the crib, so I set up traps. You know you done fucked up. It's over. It's over for you dudes. Because I knew, I expected some more bullshit. I expected excuses. Like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone, I prepared for this. If you guys want me to destroy this man, say finish him. This is how you crush your enemies totally. This is how you eradicate your foes. If you guys want me to destroy him, just say finish him. And it's done. It's over for him. I promise you. Because I knew he was going to come with some bullshit. First, I showed you June 13th. Now you're saying it was 4 weeks ago. Okay. So it was early June. Fine, fuck it. A couple more finishes. Listen, if I get 5 more finish him, it's over. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only got 4. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. All right. Everybody, look in the comment section. If you're catching the replay, watch it. I knew the excuses were coming. Y'all want me to push this button? Do y'all? Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all want me to end this man? If y'all want me to end this man with, see, I can end him with a push of a button. Do y'all want me to push this button? All I have to do is hit enter right now. And he's destroyed. I'm going to do it. All right. Somebody click on that article that I just sent. I mean, not article, but somebody click on that and tell me what it says. I'm going to let the fans destroy you with that article I just sent. Somebody click on that and tell me what the title is. That's the homework for y'all. That link that I just sent, tell me what it says. I'm going to destroy him. Because that's what I'm Thanos. I destroy worlds. Block Roman Devil. Anybody click on that?
When I went to lease my car, the first hump to get over was just...
Okay, bingo. We got action. Read what Smitty says. Read what Smitty just said. Read what... Hold on. The comments are coming too quick. Read what Smitty said. It's a title to a video that I did. It says Canelo set to come back September and December. Look. Hold on. Y'all can't see it good. New media, motherfuckers. I told you. We prepare for it. So it's a video. It's a video I made. Hold on. I told you I was going to destroy this man. Watch. Look. A video I made. King Canelo coming back in September and December. Right? Look. Oh, man. Hold on. I don't think y'all can see it. Hold on. Look. It got 10,000 views. King Canelo coming back in September and December with or without Golovkin, says Oscar De La Hoya. Once again, King Canelo comes back in September and December with or without Golovkin. Look at the date. What does that date say? When did I publish this video? So your boy been working. I published a video Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to La Raza. Shout out to Cinco de Mayo. I posted a video May 5th. Oscar had publicly already stated that Canelo is coming back in September and in December with or without Gennady Golovkin. So you can't even use that argument because Canelo already said he wants the Mexican dates. So you knew exactly what week in September he would want to fight, right? Because De La Hoya told you. He says with or without Gennady Golovkin, he's coming back. In fact, if you guys remember, the rumor was if the train is left and all this, that Canelo would fight Daniel Jacobs, which is another great fight, if he didn't fight Triple G. Those were the names being mentioned. It was Billy Joe Saunders, Daniel Jacobs was someone who's going to get an offer, Gary Spike O'Sullivan. So the bottom line is this. You still knew Canelo was fighting, and whoever he's fighting, he's a pay-per-view attraction. He ain't been on regular HBO since Kirkland. So you knew he was fighting on that date with or without Golovkin. So you mean to tell me he would have made Joshua Wilder if it was Canelo versus Jacobs on the same day? Get this dude. Oh my gosh, you guys are getting bodied. So the bottom line is that date was a Canelo date, and De La Hoya told you, I showed you the proof from May 5th. De La Hoya told you at least at May 5th that Canelo's fighting on that date. So why would Eddie Hearn, Team Joshua, come out with a contract for that date for Wilder, despite not knowing if Canelo and Triple G was actually a thing? So you guys got to listen to what people say, interpret it, and see if it makes sense. See, I do my research. I'm like, okay, but hey, wait. I remember De La Hoya said Canelo's fighting in September regardless. He's eligible. He's on suspension right now, but he's eligible to fight in August, and he's coming back for the Mexican date. The quote-unquote Mexican date, September 15th. So it doesn't matter if he was fighting Golovkin or if he was fighting Shmulovkin or if he was fighting whoever. You knew he was fighting on that date. So that would be egregious to try to put Joshua Wilder and compete with, you know what I mean, basically the two biggest earners or stars in boxing, Canelo and AJ, and then put both of their events on the same date. So why did, now that's my follow-up question. Since we knew Canelo was going to fight somebody and the names that were linked were all good, minus like Gary Spike O'Sullivan, you know, Billy Joe Saunders or Danny Jacobs. These are all good names. He even said at one point, De La Hoya said Charlo. So these were all great names, except for Spike O'Sullivan, right? So now, JMD, you explain that. So we knew Canelo was fighting on that date. Why would Eddie Hearn Matchroom send Wilder a contract knowing Canelo's going to fight? The highest earner. Because actually Canelo he was higher on the Forbes list than AJ, and he made more money live gate in his fight with Golovkin than AJ did. So you explain that. You knew Canelo was fighting. Why would they send a contract for that particular date knowing Canelo's fighting on that date? I told you, I prepared for that. I knew these excuses were coming. Oh, he's already out of here? Did he get clapped already? Is he in here? I don't want him in here. Is he in here? Listen. Is the JMD guy still in here? That's what I need to know. Or did he get blocked already? We got to figure out if we have a fugitive or if he already got blocked. Oh, there he is. Okay. The Joshua Wilder fight would have been announced at least late May or early June. If they fought announced before Canelo, it would take another. That has nothing to do with what I said. Strike 2. Bro, you got one more chance. Answer my question. We knew Canelo was fighting somebody with or without Golovkin. Why would they pick a date? You knew the highest earner in boxing, barring Floyd Mayweather, who's retired and said he doesn't have to ever come back to MMA or boxing. So Canelo is that guy. So please explain why they would sign a contract or send a contract over for a date that they knew the biggest earner in boxing was fighting on. I told you, I knew your excuses were coming. That's why I prepared for them, but you can't prepare for this. This is Emmanuel Augustus. This is a style you're not used to. Explain. You have one more opportunity to answer that question. I don't care about anything else you're talking about unless it's an answer. I told you he fell for the mousetrap. Oh yeah, but Eddie, he said it was 4 weeks ago. Okay, that's how you want to play it. But if Joshua and Wilder was announced before Canelo fight, it wouldn't have mattered. Strike 3. Why won't you answer the question? That's all we want to know. Why do you keep putting long ass comments, but they're not answering the question? De La Hoya told you at least May 5th, because I produced a video discussing that Canelo, with or without Golovkin, was fighting somebody, was eligible to fight. He's doing year-round drug testing. He's eligible. He will fight September 15th. Fact. I showed you the evidence. Why do you refuse to answer my question? Please, I'm going to give you a bonus round. Please just answer that. Don't need to hear anything else but an answer. Why would Eddie Hearn send a contract? If you're pressed for time, as they're saying, you're pressed for time and you don't want it to take 4 weeks or 3 weeks to get back and you're in a crunch because the WBA is pressuring you, why would you include a date that would be obviously a conflict of interest to put 2 major fights on the same date, especially when De La Hoya kind of claimed that date officially first? So please, any other response other than an answer to my question, JDM Gunners, you're out of here because you already have 3 or 4 strikes. Explain that. Why would you, if you're in a crunch, you're in a time crunch, why would you send a contract for a competing date where you're going against the biggest star and the biggest current earner in boxing? We knew that it was going to be at the T-Mobile Arena. And the Triple G, there was some negotiation issues, but it's not over till it's over. You're contradicting yourself. You said Hearn said he was fighting Wilder in 2018. They was in work for that day before Canelo. Do you see how he's not answering my question? No, he said he will fight him. See, this is what they're only here to cause distraction. After the Takam fight, Eddie Hearn says we have to fight Wilder in 2018. They never said September. They never gave a date. They never said it's in work. So your comment is stupid and you're stalling and you're buying time. I said what Eddie Hearn said. All I did was repeat what he says. He says the Wilder fight must happen in 2018. He didn't say March, April, May, June, July, August, October, September. He didn't say exactly what month up until more recently. So he didn't claim the date before De La Hoya. And the thing is, Canelo had the date since last September. So what are you talking about? Canelo says, I was at Canelo Triple G. This dude is getting fucked up. Yo, you guys like this guy? I was at Canelo versus Triple G at T-Mobile Arena. I have it. Post-fight, Canelo says, I'm not fighting anymore this year. I'll come back on the Mexican dates. That's what he said. So in September of 2017, we knew that Canelo was going to fight in those dates. Because he told you that. We didn't know about the drug testing and that he wasn't fighting in May, but we knew he was fighting on those dates. Okay, so JD, I'm going to give you one more bonus round because you just squirming and you refuse to just bleed out. So I have video of Canelo Alvarez live from the T-Mobile Arena where he says he wants to fight on the Mexican dates. So when did Eddie Hearn claim the Mexican dates before Canelo? When I have a video and I was there live from September 19th or whatever they fought the first time. When did Eddie Hearn, you tell me what interview Eddie Hearn said before that where he says Joshua Wilder is happening in September of 2018. Someone said JMD is roadkill. These dudes don't want to. This is what we deal with, and that's why I'm beating this motherfucker to a pulp, orange juice style, because he don't want to just give in because he knows he's off. He knows he's off. I was at the T-Mobile Arena and Canelo said I'm coming back in the Mexican dates. So when did Eddie Hearn? He did, because the interview I was talking about was the Takam fight. That was like October, November. So when did Eddie Hearn say Joshua Wilder is happening before September Canelo Triple G won? Bro, you been dead out here. You see how he refused to just damn fuck. This motherfucker got me. He's better than I thought. He was at the Canelo's at the post-fight podium at the T-Mobile Arena, and he said, "I'm not fighting anymore in 2017. I'll come back in May and September on the Mexican dates." Ego, you just like Fabulous. You be killing them. Where's his response at? All right, it's been fun. Countdown to 5. Countdown from 5 shooters. Get him out of here. Countdown from 5. If he hasn't responded, we got to move on. He ain't responded. Shooters, get rid of him. Bye-bye, JDM. You see how desperate they get? I just slaughtered that man. He was, oh, 4 weeks. I knew he was going to do some punk chicken shit like that. So we had to kill him with the facts. Kill him with the facts. We knew since September of last year, Canelo was planning on fighting in May and September on the Mexican dates. Why do we know that? Because he told us that. But even before that, De La Hoya reiterated that May 5th, and I did a video about it. These dudes is trapped. Oh. So why would you, honestly, why would you put a date, and it's not like a split site, it's your own fight, and Golden Boy's own fight with K2. So why would you put 2 competing fights on like that? So that if you're pressed for time, if you really have a small window, like, oh, fuck, the WBA keeps calling me every day, then why on earth would you pick a Canelo date? Canelo fights 2 times a year, and you gonna pick. So there's 365. I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but there's 365 days in a year last time I checked. So 365 days in one full year, right? So you have so much opportunity. Literally, you have so much opportunity to fight. You have 363 days throughout the year that you can stage a fight. You know, there's 52 weekends in a year, so we'll cut that down to 52. So you have 50 different weekends that you can choose from that don't involve Canelo, the biggest earner in the sport, right? You have 50 different weekends scattered throughout the year. You gonna wait until a Canelo fight date, which he's already been claiming and announcing. He's like, hey, I'm Mexican. This is the date for me, for my people. This is the dates I want to fight. He even said it at the post fight. I told you I was there. Go watch. Just type in somebody that has the full post fight Canelo. He said, I'm not fighting anymore this year. I'll be back next year, May and September. So you're going to choose that and put that on the contract for the Wilder fight and then claim you want to stop it. You dudes are getting fucked up. That's just, it is what it is. And the people see it.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for all the support that you gave this fight, and I'm very happy with what we all saw tonight.
Muchas gracias, de verdad.
Prepared for, I did what we trained.
I got the tape, motherfuckers.
You know, Oscar said the plan is to exercise the rematch clause for another fight. After having 12 rounds to like process Golovkin,
I got
fight him differently, if at all.
I got the tape,
He
motherfuckers.
didn't say that.
Oscar said there is a rematch clause.
Shout out to Mexico on the World Cup.
The question was, is there a rematch clause? Oscar was answering, yes, there is a rematch clause. We're going to sit down with him, see what he wants to do.
I got the
There
tape.
might have been a misunderstanding, but there is a rematch clause.
Okay, well, anyway, if there is a rematch, how would you fight him differently, if at all?
Hice una pelea que
back and see what the plan's going to be, what the strategy is going to be. But right now, you know what? I just want to enjoy this fight. We gave what the fans wanted, what they've been claiming for and waiting for, a beautiful fight.
This from it says September 17th on my computer. Yeah.
Seconds into the 10th round.
New media.
That's what you were thinking at that point of the fight.
I wanted to knock him out.
I thought you won a very close fight. Cured a round.
Preparation.
You're lucky I can't find it.
No lo hemos pensado ahorita. Me encantaría volver a pelear en México porque no es mi país y para mí pelear en México es un orgullo.
The question was, would you consider fighting in Mexico once again? And the answer is yes, I would love to. I haven't thought about it right now, but I would love to. It's my country, and there's nothing that makes me prouder but to fight
I
in
got the
Mexico.
tape.
One more question, people, please. One more question.
Jorge Mille. Canelo, congrats. It was a great performance, whatever the scores tonight, but would you be ready to fight again this year, or if a rematch happens, you're looking probably for next May?
Listen.
No, voy a descansar el resto del año, ya sería para el próximo año, mayo o septiembre.
No, I'm gonna rest. I mean, I'm gonna rest the rest of the year, and we'll be fighting next year, May and September.
Oh my gosh, y'all can't fuck with it. Mayo o septiembre. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna rest the rest of the year, and we'll be fighting next year, May and September.
Woo.
Saúl, Jorge Mille por acá.
Woo.
Ya dices que vas a descansar lo que resta.
Woo. They thought they could fuck with me. Viva Mexico in the World Cup. Yeah. Why did he do? That's from, listen. See, this how about it I am. I pull up receipts. Fuck y'all talking about. That's from September 17th last year at a fight I covered. That's my footage of the fight. And Canelo told you then, September 17th, 2017, he told you, I'm fighting. I'm going to rest the rest of this year. I'm fighting in May and September. I'm fighting in September, motherfucker. And now you talking about, oh, but 4 weeks. Wilder took 4 weeks. Why would you stage it on a date you knew Canelo was coming back? You knew he wasn't going to be suspended in September. The world knew that. Everyone's been following up with what's going on. They've even asked Eddie Hearn his commentary on it. So you're going to put in the, if you're pressed for time, you're going to put in the Wilder Joshua contract a date that you know is consumed or occupied by Canelo Alvarez. Get these bums out of my life. Get these man fans up out of here. I knew it. This is what I'm saying. I knew what they were going to do. Oh, but Wilder took 4 weeks. But we knew June 13th this month that Canelo Triple G was a go. And even if you want to say that Eddie Hearn sent the contract 4 weeks ago or some bullshit, you still can't justify my video from May 5th where De La Hoya confirmed Canelo, with or without Golovkin, is going to be back in September. And even if you want to somehow dispute that, I got a video from September 17th where Canelo told you, I'm taking the rest of the year off, coming back May and September. Now, obviously, May didn't go according to that, but you knew he was fighting in September. So why would you pick the Mexican dates for two non-Mexican fighters and you know Canelo's going to fight that day? Who is going to compete against that? These dudes can't fuck with me. I try to tell y'all. See, there's a difference between Egoveli and Ego. Ego's a cool dude. Take pictures with people, talk, tell a couple jokes. But y'all got Egoveli for majority of this. What can they say? Oh, it's Wilder. But why would you put that on the contract? Like, that's like putting Cinco de Mayo. You know Canelo fights on that date. So, you know, even Floyd Mayweather, who's a cash cow, he didn't schedule Mayweather-McGregor on September because he knew the Canelo Triple G fight had already been announced. So he did some, took his little shot by doing it 3 weeks before that. You know what I'm saying? But that would be stupid. Even Mayweather didn't go on the same day as Canelo Triple G because that's stupid. And it's going to fuck up both of y'all money because it's going to force fans to pick some shit. So even Floyd Mayweather, who definitely has more stature and more accolades and accomplishments, been doing it longer than Joshua. He didn't even compete with the Canelo Golovkin or Canelo. You know what I mean? Because we know Canelo is the A side in that equation. He staged his a couple weeks before. But he could have easily said, you know, just to be a real dick, he could have been like, yo, I'm fighting on September, same day as Canelo. But that would have fucked everyone's money up. So why would Eddie Hearn pencil in a date if you're already getting hounded by the WBA and you're pressed for time? Why are you going to put a date that you know Canelo's fighting somebody? It just doesn't make sense. Answer that. Answer that and holla back. It's just like Mayweather. Mayweather's not Mexican, but he's been fighting on the Mexican dates. So if you're going to stage a big fight like Joshua Wilder, you don't do it when Floyd was active on those fucking dates. That doesn't make sense. Like I said, Floyd's not Mexican, but we know he beat De La Hoya, a Mexican-American, and he took over those dates and he was frequently fighting on those dates. So if you have this mega fight, why would you don't see Ward Kovalev competing against a Canelo date. You don't see, you know what I mean, there's other big fights. You don't see them fighting on the same date as a known cash cow, like a Canelo, like a Floyd Mayweather. Oh, okay, they quiet as fuck. That's what we do, man. We catch bodies, shut them the fuck up. So all this 4 weeks bullshit, I planned for it. I knew you guys were gonna say, "Oh, he waited 2 weeks. We didn't know about Canelo Triple G. We just knew about 2 weeks." And I'm like, "Oh, we knew about Canelo Triple G on June 13th. Oh, it was 4 weeks." This is what they do. This is what Team Joshua's been doing. I know I said 2 weeks, but now 2 weeks. Now you knew. Now, oh, it was 4 weeks that he really wanted a contract. Oh, 4 weeks. I have a video from May 5th where De La Hoya says Canelo's fighting in September again on the Mexican dates. The video's up on the channel. Hold on, I forgot. Listen, y'all know I'm the link king. I'm the stream king. I'll link y'all up so y'all know. Okay, you guys can check my work. You can fact check anything I've said. Right? So the link is going to be in the description and right now. That's the video. May 5th, King Canelo coming back in September and December with or without Gennady Golovkin. That's what it says. And that was what De La Hoya had already told people. So you guys are trapped because someone said the 10 excuse commandments. Rule number uno, no one never let no one know. Oh my gosh. 10 excuse. I like that. We killing them with receipts. They trying to return shit with no receipts, missing pieces out the package. And we just steadily killing these motherfuckers. I'm done. I've already proven my point. You know what I'm saying? This is why I didn't watch the full 1 hour interview. Because if I can already find discrepancies, inconsistencies, untruths, falsehoods, then what do I need to watch a whole hour's worth of that for? You know? Oh, Joshua, listen. You can't say, oh, Joshua wants this more than anything. Yet he wants it more than anything, yet you didn't think, hey, let's pay Povetkin some step aside money and promise him we got him next if we get past Wilder. That's an easy solution. Just see what they see. But like I said, they told you what they wanted. It started off when Anthony Joshua says, oh, this is my fight 2018. Maybe it's 2019. Devil on this shoulder 2020. Angel here, devil here. I'll fight him when I want. I'm not going to be rushed. I'm not going to be pressured. Well, you kept that into the bargain. You won't be rushed. You won't be pressured. All the fans wanted to see the fight next, and you won't be pressured. You made that perfectly clear. Because despite how it makes you look, you made the decision you made. You know? And that's just what it is. So, little by little, Team Joshua, I feel, has told you what their intent was. Fly paper, shut that soft ass shit up. Shut that soft ass shit up. You guys have more butts than bus seats. More butts than bus stops. More butts than cigarette ashes. You know what I'm saying? Fucking ashtrays. More butts. You got more butts than strip clubs. But shut that soft ass shit up. That's all y'all do. You have more butts than Nicki Minaj. When I hit that gear, then I push a little button on the sit back chair. Like, you got more butts than a whole lot of shit. All you do, but, not everyone, but. Like, man, fuck that but shit. Excuses. How about that? More butts than a run-on sentence. Yeah, and then he went to the store, but he had to pick up some eggs, but they ran out of eggs. But more butts than a run-on sentence. Dude, always got a fucking excuse. But not everyone takes step aside money. They don't always take it. Nuh-uh, but. Shut that soft ass shit up, man. It's always, you see, these dudes, there's no rationale. It's just, oh, not everyone. Like, listen, that's true. Technically, not everyone's gonna take it. But you don't know until you explore that. If you don't explore it, you don't know. You don't know what they're gonna take. Povetkin, if you promise him, okay, listen, I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but if you say, I'm gonna give you 650,000, 800,000, whatever, because Wilder Joshua's a big fight, so maybe you can sweeten the pot and maybe they can pay you out more. So if you say, hey, Ego, I'm gonna give you 850,000 to stay put and not fight anybody, not take no punches, you get 850,000 or whatever, and we're gonna fight Wilder, you get to fight the Wilder or the winner, and you were already supposed to fight Wilder, but it got canceled. I would probably do it. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was like some kind of principle. Povetkin hasn't been a mandatory that long where he's constantly, like, it's not like Elite Alvarez trying to get his shot with Adonis Stevenson. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not, I can understand principle if you've been waiting, like Luis Ortiz or some shit, and you keep waiting and waiting, and you're like, fuck that, I'm sick of waiting. Povetkin hasn't been a mandatory that long because he hasn't even been allowed to fucking box that long because he failed 2 drug tests in the same year. So he was out of the rankings and suspended. So realistically, you guys are full of shit per usual. Oh, but. I could, like I said, I can understand principle, stand your ground. If you really fought some people to get there and to get your position and then they keep stalling you out, you're going to be like, man, I ain't taking no step aside money. But Povetkin ain't even been a mandatory for that long. For him to be like Elite Alvarez, okay, he had to watch Adonis Stevenson versus Tom Carpensee or Adonis Stevenson versus a guy he already beat in Andres Fonfara. So I can understand him being like, man, I don't want no step aside money because he's been waiting for so long for his opportunity. Povetkin ain't been waiting because he ain't even been in the rankings because he failed a drug test. But not everyone accept step aside money. You dudes are getting crucified with all these fucking excuses, man. Just admit you didn't do your homework. All these excuses. Oh, my dog ate my homework. I don't know what happened. I mean, I gave him some pedigree and some bacon strips, but I guess he was still hungry. So the dog ate my homework ass excuses. That's all you guys do. Man, good luck with life. If you make excuse. See, some of y'all, I could tell. See, I told you I used to be in psychology and stuff. I could tell some of you guys are always looking to blame someone. That's not a good way in life. If you're always looking to blame the next person for your fuck ups, for your shortcomings, for things that you can't achieve or do or failed at, like, man, I would have got that job, but my ex-girlfriend, she didn't let me study for my test. Man, good luck with that. Because at some point, there has to be some accountability internally. You have to, as a man especially, you know, especially if you claim to be an alpha male, but even women, anybody, any adult, you have to take accountability. Paul Ruffin, $2 super chat. The black channels never co-sign foolishness. You got to take accountability. Oh, I failed my exam, so I didn't get the promotion because my friends wanted me to play on PlayStation Network. Like, that's not your friend's fault. They're not studying for the same test. You got to take some accountability for what you've done. You know, all these fans keep coming up with this. It sound like fucking zombies. You ever watch one of the movies, people under stairs and shit? And then, like, they can't talk. All it does is, like, they make noises. That's all these man fans are doing. They're just making noises, but it's not fucking roach and people under the stairs and shit. and like, you're not saying nothing. Fu, and you're just making a bunch of fucking noises. Yeah. Like some Adam Sandler shit. Who is better? No, conditioner. Nudie magazine. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? No more gibberish, Billy. Top selected. You selected to get the fuck up out of here. Shooters, clap top selected. It should be a pleasure to clap him. Get your dumb ass out of here. Get out of here. Top selected, you've been selected to get the fuck up out of here. We run this shit. Bay Area, we talk tonight. Thank you, King Corleone. Fuck. But see, this was, listen, see how it always comes back to me? This is what they want to do. Oh, Ego, you're so biased. But why isn't your first thing you're saying, Ego, I caught you in a lie? Say that. That's what I'm looking for. Don't say, Ego, you're biased. Okay, I'm biased. Cool. It should be, Ego, you're wrong about X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Here's why. Anybody could say you're biased, you're a drug dealer. The black channels, they're a bunch of crackheads. Like, you know what I mean? They do the same stuff, try to perpetuate homosexuality or drug abuse. The black channels, they smoke crack and then they get on live. Like, what are you talking about? Smoke crack? I've never smoked crack. I've never done any hardcore drugs. Drink and smoke weed. That's the only thing I've ever done. Fact. And I don't smoke weed. I have before. Like, and it's been like over a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? But that, like I said, this is the stuff they try to perpetuate. Because they're only here to cause distractions. The black channels, a bunch of crack babies. Ronald Reagan was right. Like, what do you, Ronald Reagan? Like, what? What are y'all talking about? These man fans is getting crucified. So again, the whole Eddie Hearn circumstance, we know that, like I said, this is what they've been telling us they wanted to do. So it's really not even that much of a surprise to me, because I told you this was going to happen. You know, I was hoping I would be pleasantly surprised and be wrong, but I wasn't. You know, I wasn't wrong at all. I feel everything I said was real, and like I said, just look at my channel versus the competition that's saying other stuff. Look how wrong they are. Talking about, oh, but Povetkin might not have won step aside money. Well, there's only one way to find out. You know, it's that simple. You're not even trying to find out, because that's not what you want to do. But for Eddie Hearn and AJ's sake, we'll just hope this unnecessary risk in Povetkin's a good fighter. Gold medalist and everything. Power. He looks like he has a pretty solid chin. You know, Klitschko didn't knock him out. Joshua ain't knocked. He knocked out Takam, but I thought Takam could have survived possibly to 12 rounds. So in my eyes, I think he was kind of gifted that knockout. You know? So we'll hope that don't ruin the potential fight that we all want to see, because Povetkin ain't playing. You know what I mean? He might come out with that Captain America super soldier serum that they make in Russia and just come out diesel like, yeah, Joshua, hey comrade, I must break you. You know what I mean? He might come back like, this is the biggest fight. This will be his biggest fight since Klitschko. You know? So yeah, it's just sad. It's sad that we, as a boxing populace, smash the like button, people. It's just sad as a boxing populace that people have to go and just do all this extra to not say what they really see. Just to protect a lie. You know what I mean? You got to do all this, you in the wrong. And like I said, just look at it. Just listen what's been said. Eddie Hearn, after the Takam fight, he says the fight with Wilder must happen in 2018, and Joshua wants nothing more than to fight him. Okay, then why were you talking about February 2019? Now the latest thing he's saying is April 2019. So what's creating these inconsistencies? Why was it February 2019? Now we got to wait till April. You know, and then we get to April, and then you're going to say, oh, but September's better. And then Canelo's fighting fucking Jacobs in September. And you're like, oh, we can't take that. So now we have to be October. You know, you could keep doing this. So for these reasons, I'm not buying Dazn. Maybe after this fight, I'm not buying it for this fight. Put it that way. And I might not ever buy it, depending on if I hear a schedule that appeases me as a boxing fan. And yes, I may see a lot of people want to act like they're above. I make money in boxing, but I'd rather give my parents money, you know what I mean, some money every year than to support something that's not doing anything, because at least I can help the people that raised me and brought me into this world. So I'm not in it. It don't matter how much money I ever make. I don't just be spending money like that. It has to make sense. And right now I feel like I'm in my prime. I'm getting back organized like I used to be back in the day, where I'm like really organized and feeling good, feeling sharp. So I'm not in the business of just cashing out if I don't have to. California's expensive. They just said, this is a true story. Look it up. I seen a report, says in California, if you make $112,000 a year, 112K, $112,000 a year, you now qualify for low-income housing. Ain't that a bitch? That's how expensive California is. I'm gonna say it again. If you make $112,000 a year, 112K, then you now qualify for low income. Your housing, you can get a low income situation potentially if you apply and, you know, go through whatever. That's crazy. 112. How's 112,000 you doing bad? Man, if I lived in Cleveland and I had 112,000 and I was making 112 a year, I would live like a king. Especially if I go to fucking buttfuck Kentucky or somewhere. You know what I mean? Buttfuck Tennessee or Duhapa Tennessee or Mississippi, or, you know what I mean, somewhere like that. I'd be like, yo, definitely in like Iowa, Idaho or some shit. I would be living like the fucking Madonna and shit. Be in a Gucci robe, going to Kmart and shit. Yeah, where them blue light specials at, y'all? Like, I would really be on some Madonna. Madonna don't give a fuck. That motherfucker took his money and said, peace out. Motherfucker got a Gucci robe on, chicken wing. Like, how you shopping, eating chicken and shit? You throwing the bone and shit. Oh, well, charge it to the game. Charge it to Floyd. Fucking Narcos Madonna. I love Chino. Chino don't give a fuck about which. He just be buying unnecessary shit. Like, Chino, what's that in your garage? Is that a fucking DeLorean? Chino be like, yeah, man, I'm trying to go back. I had this one girl, she had a fat ass, so I'm trying to go. She from Argentina. I'm trying to go back in time and see the bitch. I bought me a time machine. Like, you, Chino, you gonna buy a time machine with them Floyd paydays? Let me go back in time. I'm trying to wear some cross-colored. Chino, take me to 1991. I'm trying to wear some overalls. Listen to TOC. Man, if you don't take me back to 1991, Chino, stop playing. Motherfucker bought a DeLorean and shit. Chino be buying whatever. I be following him. It just be weird stuff. He be, one minute he in the wilderness with a fucking knife and a fish, smiling. Then he be like dripped. He got the drip on with fucking Gucci, Michael. He be mixing the name brands and shit, all expensive. Like, he got a Michael Kors do-rag, fucking a Gucci robe, Versace belt. Like, goddamn, Chino. He got an Apple Watch, and he got an Android house arrest anklet. Like, this motherfucker just mixing brands. He just spending. Talking about, with a chicken bone, talking about, it ain't chicken if you got chicken if you got it. I love that dude Chino, man. That motherfucker's real. I like him. But yeah, man, it is what it is. The real knows what's up. TC, the crisis I saw through that MMA explosion. Yeah, man, I can't get that Dazn shit unless I know what's gonna be on it. And see, another thing I noticed with the radical AJ protectors is they keep glossing over the fact that Josh was the first man-woman boxer that I've ever heard of not okay with a $50 million guarantee. Just a guarantee. And turning that down. How can you be in a position where you get more than anyone in your weight class has ever been guaranteed, which is more than fair? Because truth be told, we don't know if pay-per-view will ever be the same like it was De La Hoya, Chavez Jr., Floyd, Pacquiao times, because there's different ways to stream and things are different. Instagram Live, Facebook Live. It's hard to police everybody all the time, you know, so we don't even know. Mike B says, but ego is not life-changing money. LOL. Shit, give me 50 million, see if my fucking life don't change. They be like, is that ego with the Kardashians? Yeah, man, what's up, man? Man, me and Chloe and Courtney in there, we just better get some ribs and shit. You ever gonna come? You like talking about ain't life-changing my shit. Bet you my life changed. Give me 50 mil. Shit, you can give me 10 mil and a double from In and Out. My life finna change. Fuck you mean? Talking about 50 mil ain't life changing. Okay. Bet you I'll be on that Madonna shit. I'll do weird shit. I'll go cover these fights. Is that ego in a cloak? Like, when's the last time you seen a nigga in a cloak? What's up, y'all? I'm here to pick up some credentials. You don't even. My cloak. Yeah, I'm saying cloak. My cloak gonna be so long you won't even see my feet. It'll look like I'm floating. They'll be like, it's hot as fuck. Why does he have a cloak on? Cause I can, motherfucker. 50 mil. That's all I'm gonna say. 50 mil. The motherfucker got a cloak? Yup. They're gonna come up to here. I'm gonna look like Doctor Strange and shit at these fights. Talking about 50 mil ain't life changing shit. I'll have all types of shit. I have a belt with a DVR on it. Look up and watch TV and shit on my belt. Someone said a jet bag. For real, I'm off to the press conference. I'll be on some jets and shit. Ego the Count. Yep. Welcome to Transylvania. I want to watch this fight. Yeah, I'll be on some Dracula shit. I don't give a fuck. 50 mil? Man. And I knew I didn't have to kill nobody or nothing for it. What you talking? Like, I could understand if you had to, like, murder someone, take someone's life, or drop a baby off a bridge or some stupid shit for them 50 mil. But all you have to do is something you already did. Like, I do YouTube videos. This is how I make a living. Full time. So if someone said, hey, make some videos about blah, blah, blah. We want you to own the YouTube channel. 50 mil. To make a couple of videos or something. This is shit. Oh, you ain't saying nothing but a word. This is what I do anyway. You know, I get paid off it, but not 50 mil. You know what I'm saying? So, what the fuck? Someone said, get a cool cut. Man, I'm out. I'm the Stream King. I kept this going for a while. Let me know what you guys think. Rest in peace, Joe Jackson. XX Tentacion. We'll see. But I told you this was coming with Joshua Povetkin. And now people are still... And the funny thing is, you know what the funniest thing is? They're so used to... The man fans are so used to doing what they've been able to do in the past. It just sounds lame. No one believes you anymore. Because now they just when Joshua looks bad in this equation to a lot of people and people are voicing their opinion, they'll be like, yeah, Wilder, I can't believe he took 4 weeks. He's a ducking bitch. And they're making it like, it just, they have to come out so radical and so extreme to try to leverage the field because they know how this is making Team Joshua, Eddie Hearn look. You get what I'm saying? They're making it sound like they have to be more aggressive, I guess you could say, and forceful with the, oh, Wilder, I can't believe he would duck like this. Ha ha ha. You know, they have to do all that because they know the reality of it. Johnny Player, $5 super chat. Who was a bigger coward in 2018, Triple G or Joshua? You tell me. I mean, but Triple G, I know he don't want to fight. In my opinion, I don't think him and his team want to fight Charlo or a fight style that they're unfamiliar with, like Billy Joe or Demetrius Andrade. But he's still fighting Canelo. Canelo's not a bad fighter, you know. So I can't say he's a coward. He just took the money route. You know what I mean? Joshua took less money route to fight a guy who cheated. So that's not a good look. You would rather fight a 2-time cheater, you know what I mean, in 1 year, failed 2 drug tests for less money than to come in America, get more money, or even fight in the UK and still get more money than the Povetkin fight, right? And not unify and become undisputed. So, like I said, Triple G, I do think he took the money route, but I mean, I can't even blame him for, like, you're still taking a suitable challenge where you could clear the record for the fans, set the record straight, and you could set the record straight and possibly beat Canelo again. But the only problem I have with the Triple G situation is it's not matching what his team has said. His team is like, oh, we're about it. We're noble. We're about legacy. We're not about money. That's these other clowns. We're not about money fights. We're about legacy. That's the thing I have an issue with. Don't lie. Just keep it real. If you about money, like Canelo's about money, like De La Hoya's about money, like whoever's about money, Floyd, Connor, then just say that. Or say nothing at all. That works too. You don't have to say it. Just don't say nothing. But when you try to act all self-righteous, like, oh, Triple G, it's not about money. It's about principle. We don't believe you. It is about money. Because why would you want more of a percentage? Take whatever they give you then, if it's not about money. Period. Yo, I want all the belts. Give me my belts. And then the IBF was like, give me my belt. Motherfucker, you don't want to fight Derevchenko? Give me my belt. Fuck you mean. I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. We working. We lit. We the livest live stream. I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Let's go.